It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and them on Magic 89.9.
6:05. On this Wednesday morning, you're listening to Good Times here at Magic 89.9. Oh, look. Everybody's in black. They gotta change.
I do like it though that still we kind of managed to stay within the black, white, that family.
Yeah. We live in this world of black and white. Yeah, I'm just hoping Alex wears white and then we can kind of do the boy girl thing. I mean, we're on the freaking radio. Who cares, right?
Right.
Why we even make this a thing?
It's a big deal. Like, ooh, we all got the memo.
Is that a pink hat you got on?
Maybe I should just take it off. But
you're exclusively trucker hat, aren't you? Right? I mean, that's your thing.
You know what? Okay, so I did not buy any of these caps though. Like they've all been given to me, and they're all trucker. I'm not doing this on purpose.
I think it's because you look the type. I mean, Sam, I think from all of us on the show, maybe you're the most prim and proper.
Do you think?
And get in your attitude. But your fashion sense, when you're not working, you're just kind of like, you're so jeans, t-shirt, and kind of grungy almost compared to the rest of us. So I think that's kind of rare, right? To be able to go from that kind of grungy look to, I don't know, when you're hanging out with these superstar people, you're just so like you have a Sunday dress on or whatever. And then you kind of switch back and forth to that and homeless look.
Homeless?
Yeah, it's called range, baby.
I do like to think of myself as a bit of a fashion plate. And oh my gosh, yeah.
Trendsetter.
Mara's here. I'm so happy.
God,
2 days in a row, really, in studio.
Hi.
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
And I just called her the new girl too, right? I mean, it adds so much more permanency to that. But there will be two Aquinos on the show today. So we have that coming in. Mara, so no relation. So
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I actually don't know my family. Maybe we're related somewhere down the line. I don't know. My grandparents were illegitimate, so I'm like a Targaryen. Sino nga ba yun?
Jon Snow, you're like a Stark.
Like a Stark or the one that became the king, but
Joffrey.
Baratheon. Diba? They're down the line, they were Targaryen.
Joffrey Baratheon, who is, of course.
Baka.
Sorry, Sam's not going to get into this. 899 is our phone number if you want to call us, get yourself on the show. Hi to everybody over there on playback.tv/good times. We'll give you a shout out and we love finding out where everybody is. Don't do it just yet because I hate scrolling up. You'll know when we start giving those shout outs out. But in the meantime, we're starting the show. Alex should be here as well. We're on till 9 o'clock. Again, in studio is both Sam and Mara. Bam will be there, maybe about 45 minutes, give or take. Alex and I should be on the outside. 5 people, I would say, on the show today. So let's see if we kill it too much. And because we're going to talk a lot, we might as well play the songs that we always play early. And here's our favorite one right now. Sabrina Carpenter and the acoustic version of Please, Please, Please. It is the 26th of June. You're listening to Good Times. Magic 89.9. Good morning, everybody.
It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and them on Magic 89.9.
It is 6:12 again on this Wednesday. I hope you guys had a good night's sleep and a great morning. We should continue that great morning with you guys all the way till 9 o'clock. You know, Sam, you didn't notice because you were talking to Mara and you're so distracted that I told the people in the chat room that I'm going to start bleeping the mother in that song, but leave the F word and see if you notice. And I did do that.
No, you didn't. I caught the first one. You bleeped
the first one was solid.
Yeah.
And I saw your face. You got all happy. And I'm like, what if I just start bleeping the mother out and then let's keep the F word and let's see if you notice. And you didn't. Cheers.
This is why I have trust issues. Like I let one slide, making sure that, okay, we're good. And then he messes up on the
top
second.
Of it.
Oh my God.
Is that allowed, that word?
No.
No, it's not.
No, it's not allowed.
Okay.
Well, what are they going to do? Right? We have a senator on the show later today. What are they going to do? I got a root canal a little while ago. So somebody's saying my voice is a little off. I just got back from the dentist. So this part of my face is rather numb. So if I kind of fumble with words, I apologize. It's just the way it is.
Did they give you anything?
they gave me painkillers for it, but I don't want to take. And they're like, "Oh, we'll give you." I don't know if it's an American thing, but I'll give you the 800 milligrams is the good stuff. I'm like, I don't want that. I don't even want the 400 version of it. I'd rather not take medication if I don't have to. But what's great about these root canals, just the technology is just so much better. Either now or like, I think I got my last root canal in Manila, and when you get it. And it could be just a long time ago, or maybe here. I don't know what this. I don't want to praise America, right? And put down us, but maybe it's just the technology. But I could recall when you went to get a root canal, people felt sorry for you. They were like,
It's painful.
It's going to be miserable, right? Nothing. I mean, like we're done. Like it's so fast and so nothing. And I remember when 10 years ago, 12 years ago, the last time I got it, it was a very violent kind of thing, right? And you could feel it. I'm like, and then they put more and more. It's like now it's just, there's like these guys binoculars, and it's like super fast. I'm like, oh my God, the technology.
Wow. But I mean, is this the pain? Is the pain gonna kick? Oh, wow, I cannot string these words together.
It's just English. Okay,
is the pain gonna kick in at some point later on?
That's what they said. That's what they said. And I am not going to subscribe to painkillers because I am strong and I am tough.
Well, we'll see about that, I suppose, as we go along.
It'll be closed by the time.
Later. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I need it, it's going to be a thing. All right. Anyway, so we need a break. Yeah, we will take a break. When we come back, we'll have stuff to discuss. And again, we'll say hi and hello to everybody who are streaming us right now. But again, if you want to do that, it's playback.tv/goodtimes. Back after this. Don't go away.
It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and them on Magic 89.9.
6:18 on this Wednesday morning. You listen to Good Times here at Magic 89.9 with more Sabrina. And that one called Nonsense. I'm just
catching up with the playback chat.
I'm like, look. I'm like, dude, Mara talks slow. This is Mara.
Sorry.
I feel like there's two radio shows going on, and I'm on both.
Man, it's barely 6 a.m.
No, but it's fascinating what Mara talks about.
Yesterday, Mara, when you were talking about nutrition and all of that stuff, I was like, have any of you guys think you could be a certain profession without really even studying it? The one thing that comes to me with most people, and I want to thank everybody for sending me all these amazing messages on my IG, is sometimes I do kind of feel that I'm a bit of a psychologist, right? With all the people who are kind of talking to me about their lives and whatever. And I'm like, I didn't study anything past Psychology 101 in college and went no further really with any of it. Maybe a little formal logic and mathematics that you can kind of argue has some psychological component to it, but that's it. And, I'm going to sit here and I'm like, I think I could be this profession without studying it. Yesterday, Mara was all over the nutrition and everything. And it was podcast based as well. So Sam, do you think you could be a profession without really studying it right now? Like right now, the skill set that you have right now, you could be a blank, even though there's no formal education there. And by the way, if you guys feel the same way, 863-10899 is our phone number, and you can send us your answer on playback.tv/goodtimes with your current skill set. I'll even throw in experience. You think you could do a profession without studying it? And people have been calling you this a lot recently, and that's producer Sam. You can be kind of like a show producer, which is possible. But yeah, what would your answer be, Sam, if you were going to say you could be a profession without having that formal education?
Well, I mean, we were just talking about my rangy fashion sense. I think I could be a stylist.
You think you'd be a stylist sincerely?
No, I don't think I could be a stylist.
Yeah, because I couldn't see you doing that either. No. And which is crazy, right? Because I think you dress well.
I'm okay.
I think you dress well. I really do. I don't think you could dress other people.
Why not?
I don't know. Because, I think you might dress somebody outside of their comfort zone.
Okay.
Like, hey, Marian Rivera, here, wear this trucker hat. She'd be like, what?
No, you know what? You're right. I think there are things like that. Na parang you feel like you could do well on yourself, but when it comes to other people, you can't. And I like makeup. Like I have no problem doing my face, but I don't know if I could do Mara's face and make her look super pretty, you know?
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I guess then for your question, or well, let's take a call and then I want you to actually give me your answer, okay? Or we lost all our calls because we were talking too much, and there they are again. Good morning. Hello.
Sorry.
Hi.
Producer Sam, not very producer today. Hi, who's this?
Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Mike, what's up, Mike? Never heard from Mike in a while.
Without any education, I become a network engineer.
Oh, so you can network engineer or network administrator.
What is that exactly?
It's rangy.
Yeah.
What? They're the ones that fix the Wi-Fi. Like they're the ones who kind of connect all the computers in an office. I mean, it depends, right? It could be massive or it could be kind of small time. The massive stuff is very, very complicated. Maybe network administrator for a company of say 25 computers, maybe not the hardest thing.
Yes,
1,000 computers.
I do manage storage and backup.
Okay, for how big? How many computers? How many units?
For the units, I'm not sure, but multinational company for Australia.
Wait, so this is what you do?
A lot.
So this is what you do for a living already? Tama ba?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that doesn't count, Dick. We didn't take broadcasting. We didn't take broadcasting. We're like best of all time. Come on now, brother.
Ew.
All right.
Sorry. Good morning. Bye.
Thank you, Mike.
Bye.
Based on your skill set right now and your experience, what's a profession you think you could do? You're not in it, Sana. Good morning.
Hi.
So I think I'd be a good professional MC for events.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I do kind of crush it when it's company events, or family gatherings or friends. But because these are people I know. I know the people, so I know the jokes, I know the inside jokes. But I'm not sure about, coming in cold if nobody knows me. Yeah.
No, you're
sorry.
hilarious.
Now I know, and now I know what Sam feels when I say I'm the greatest of all time. When you said I crush it, I went, oh my god. Oh my god, the confidence.
I love it.
But I will say though, I think you'll be fine. I mean, at weddings, like I know hosts who get booked for weddings, and I honestly think they suck. Not at weddings, they just suck. Period. At like this job, and I'm like, why does anybody get these guys for weddings? They suck.
Exactly.
You are awesome. You are awesome at this, Anton. When you get on the radio, that I think you would absolutely crush a cold, stranger-filled room as a host. Totally.
Yeah.
I'm going to screenshot this conversation and I'm going to share it.
Screenshot the screen record. How do you know his name is Anton?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is Anton. He's been calling
like
us forever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hi, Anton.
He's now big time Mara. Imagine he was a lawyer and then he quit that so he could be a professional caller and office event host. So,
wow. Okay.
Good times, sir.
Thank you, Anton.
Wishing you all the best. Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye. Yeah, Anton went backwards. Went to law school, became a lawyer, and then not wanted to be a lawyer.
Oh wow, that's so cute that he waits for the morning show and then he calls.
Yeah, and then like he will just go straight into it. He will not even say hello.
Yeah,
hi,
that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, he'll just go boom, main event.
Yeah, he's got the timing and everything. Ben Sanity says, I think I'd be a good politician. Oh, puro no comment lang. No. The bar is low for non-politicians or educated or people who have no real experience in the political realm to become national position politicians in this country. So the bar is very low. It's possible. Mark says, I can be president.
Wow.
This is joke time.
Yeah.
Gurung says, I could be IT for magic.
Oh my god.
Kindergartners can do that too.
He does.
Because ours is crap. F1 commentator as another one. Daniel said I could be the drummer for Ben and Ben. Ooh, that's bold, man.
Wait, I'm sorry. I mean, obviously Ben and Ben is a super popular band, but I mean, what about the drummer? Like,
On Ben and Ben. Like, oh, you compare yourself. You're like, I'm better than that guy. I could be there.
Huh.
Don't they have like 15 people in that band?
Yeah.
So they just add another one. You don't have to even replace one, Sam. Just throw another person on there.
That's
just
true.
Yeah. Pogi says professional gago. Again, joke time. Gustav says callboy. Again, joke time. Yeah, Nat says I could be a porn star. Again, joke time. You could be this profession without studying it. Sam, what's your real answer?
I think maybe some kitchen job. Not the head chef. No.
Cook.
But I would like to do some sort of like an assistant chef capacity.
Sous chef, right? Is that what a sous chef is? Yeah.
Pero parang taas pa rin ng sous chef eh. Napapressure ako.
Yeah. Do you watch the TV show The Bear?
No, but you've told me about it.
Okay, yeah, that you would. Okay, see, that's a show you would go crazy about, and I think you should definitely do that. Jed says I could be a veterinarian assistant. Man, that is so confident.
What is that a big job? Is that a difficult job?
I think it is because you're dealing with sick animals also.
So even if you're an assistant,
yeah. So, I mean, I would think so.
And imagine you're going to hold down a big dog. Then you have to inject the dog.
Sam's going to be sorry, Sam. Keep going on this joke. Sounds like your dog is dying.
Oh my
AKA
God.
lunch.
Very
I forgot. I so forgot. Sorry, Sam.
You know the show The Bear, Sam. It's not about eating a bear. Just FYI, just so you don't get excited. I mean, it is a cooking show, but it's not about cooking a bear. Sorry to pop your balloon. Lilo says a flight attendant. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I think I can pull that off.
It's not easy to be a flight attendant, eh?
Just
what
like
accent was that? Was that Canadian? What was that? Canadian? That was, right?
Kasi nag-flight attendant eh. So now we're like, okay, international feels. Where are we headed? Yes.
But it's not that easy. Yeah. Apparently it's harder than it looks.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, I love this industry, right? I love aviation. I love it. It's like my life. But feeling ko, kung FA ka, di naman kailangan sobrang talino mo. You'll just go through the training and then you're fine.
But I think we're judging it from what we see lang. I think maybe there's a lot more going on, like behind the scenes. Now we don't see. Because I mean, when I hear FA, I'm thinking, okay, I can roll that trolley down the aisle and distribute snacks. I can manage that. I can ask what they want for lunch. I can do the announcements. Yeah. I think I can do the, safety demo thing. I can ask that. Yeah, so, but that's all I see. But I'm sure there's lots more happening.
I think it's probably harder than being like a server, like a waiter, waitress. Probably much harder. And it's not that easy if you don't have a set of skills being a waitress.
But again, like it's a limited space, and
what Sam is trying to say without being insulting is how hard could it be?
But just based on what I see, Nat, which is not all of it.
But that's what you're trying to say though, right? Come on, how hard could it be?
Why do you have to word it like that?
Because I can read it in your face.
No.
I can hear it in your voice. So guys, relax. The condescending. Okay, so I could push the little.
Which is why I keep saying. But I'm sure there's a lot more to it than what I'm seeing.
How is it a lot more than you're seeing when we're all seated in this very small, compact fuselage, this small space, and you're basically staring at them the entire time. And when they're not doing that, they're just socializing amongst themselves in the galley. So I sit there and I'm like, the job's not that hard.
I hope we get an FA caller.
Yeah.
Yeah, call us.
Please enlighten us on this. But
they're probably not
like for one, I feel like their days start much earlier than like when the flight is about to take off. I feel like there's a lot of prep, working up towards to that. Okay, whatever. You know what I mean?
There's not much prep working up to it. But I think you would great at it, Sam, though. Both of you guys.
Right?
Oh my God. Imagine Mara as FA.
I'm too
guys
short.
Trying to sleep. No, but they're just trying to sleep, right? They're just like, excuse me, would you like the chicken? And the chicken is fantastic. So I've had it. But let me tell you about chicken. Chicken is very high in protein, very thin on the fat. And if you do,
I'm probably not going to like that job because I can't stay and talk. When I was a waitress, I stayed in my table and talked to a point I got in trouble.
Oh, like to the customer, you were just chatting it up.
Yeah, because I have other tables.
Oh
shocking.
My gosh.
Yeah. Here's Alex, by the way, checking in. Maybe we can ask Alex this before we take this commercial break. But while we're waiting for Lex, let's say hi and hello to everybody listening to us around the world. Now's the time. Tell us where you are. What's Up Ketchup is in Toronto. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Co is in Atlanta, which is in the U.S. Hold on. It's too fast. Xander is in Anaheim. Which is in Los Angeles area. Istanbul for Eileen. We see her here pretty often. Vina is in Chicago, which is in the U.S. Hello from Florida for Dwayne. A lot of U.S. people here. Smith is in New Jersey, which is also in the U.S. Jules, Dallas, Texas, also in the United States. Americans coming up strong today. GTWM Addict is in Townsville, Australia. Christchurch, New Zealand, every single morning. Bahrain for Wang. JM is in Vegas. Alex is in Auckland, New Zealand, Maryland, America. Cavitex is, of course, down south. San Miguel, Bulacan, up north. Marikina, Cebu, way down south. Edmonton, Canada. Makati, BNE. Brisbane, North BNE, I think something like that. Riz is in Valenzuela. Hi, Crushy. That's right. Tondo, represent. Davao is here. Canberra, Australia. Pateros.
Wow.
Queens, New York. What's up? Albuquerque, New Mexico, fake. Ilocos Norte, good morning. Cavite, Cainta, Edmonton, who lost yesterday in the championship. Rome, Italy. Buongiorno. Is that how you say it?
Nasa
Vancouver.
Bus. I love it.
Calgary, Quiapo, Marikina, Taguig, Calieja. Good morning. What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, Lex.
From South Signal Village, Taguig, represent.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Mara.
My favorite, most successful person.
Morning, guys.
Morning, Lex. Lex, here's a question. Okay, we're talking about right when you got in.
Sir.
Well, if you came in on time, maybe you get the beginning bit, right? If knowing your skill set right now, Lex, and your experience and all that, what's one profession you think you could do without real training right now?
Sales.
Don't say IT. Don't say oh, that's a good answer.
Sales, man. Sales.
Yeah. That is a really good answer.
I would buy anything you sell.
Yes.
Wow. Are you trying to make up for yesterday?
No, kasi the sale is not, it's not really just the product. It's how you connect with the person.
Oh, for
and
sure.
Alex connects with people really well that it's like, you know what? I don't even need that, but I'll get it.
Take my money.
No, Mara, I think you would do really well in sales though as well.
Yes. When I was a waitress, I got offered a lot in sales and marketing.
Yeah.
When I was younger.
You mean jobs? Yeah. They were asking, hey, you should really do this job. Yeah, I could totally see you doing something like that and kind of working out. But what do you think you would sell though, Lex?
Anything. Basta mas maganda malaki kita.
Real estate.
Lupa, condo.
Alex, sell me this pen, right? Isn't that what they do at the job interview?
Walls of Wall Street ba yun?
Tama.
Sell me this pen.
Naman lagi tanong sa sales. Nag-apply ako sa sales dati sa Philip Morris. That's way back 2001. Natanggap ako with a starting salary of 15,000 and a Ford Ranger. Wow. And all you have to do is, may na-assign lang. Di ko na nagusto yung assignment ko. Doon ako sa Tondo, Blumentritt, Santa Cruz. Kung mapatay ako.
That sounds like they profiled you, Lex.
Talaga.
Pwede ba ako sa Alabang? No, Alex, I think you're gonna be good for, where was your place?
Tondo?
Ano yun? Kaya ako napatras kasi ang kasama sa sales, you have to convince yung mga nagtitinda sa mga sari-sari store na dapat yung presyo nila within yung retail price talaga na minamandate ng Philip Morris. That's 50 meters away from school and church, which is quite impossible para sabihin mo. Pwede po ba magsara tayo dahil malapit po tayo sa eskwelahan? Mapapatay ako doon.
We can't even say brands of cigarettes anymore, right? On the radio, TV. Like you can't even say.
Oh.
Well, no. Not like we can't say it in a sense of the way we're talking about it now. I think is fine, but in any kind of promotional promotional capacity, you can't really do that anymore. Right? It's been like that for quite some time, where cigarette promotions or stuff like that can happen, which is really wild. I don't know if that's the same though on the internet. Like if you are a cigarette company, you might be able to advertise on like podcasts and stuff like that because. I think that sounds like that might be possible. Anyway, we got to take a break. Before we do that, last batch though, Cairns, Australia, that's up north. Binyan, Laguna, thanks for being here. Another Vancouver, Auckland, New Zealand, again, Pasay, Laguna, CR. What's CR? Nasa CR lang. Singapore, Makabebe, Pampanga, Melbourne, Australia, also in the house. Chelsea, London, England. Very nice. Zamboanga is here. Amsterdam every night. Thank you so much. What else? Darwin. Oh my gosh. That sounds far. Where is that? That's way up there, right?
Australia to, di ba?
That's what Darwin? I was thinking.
No, it is in Australia. I just want where in Australia again is Darwin? That's like way up there, right? Isn't it? It's kind of like far. Orange County. Hello. Thank you for being here. Okay, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have more of the show. Don't go away. Back after this.
It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and them on Magic 89.9.
Billie Eilish at 6:42 on this Wednesday morning, hump day for many of you guys. 26th of June, 4 of us in your ear right now with Bam Aquino just minutes away from joining us. We'd love to hear from you guys at 863-10899 a little bit later when he gets on. A lot of stuff to talk about always with Bam, and not just his travels, but what's going on in the country. All of these things, of course, very important to us. I was online and I think it was like a Rappler on IG, and they were asking, I think it was a very simple question, like, what is a situationship? And I thought, gosh, yeah, this is a word that gets thrown around all the time, but is there an exact definition? Isn't that kind of what,
isn't that MU?
MU? Yeah. What used to be MU is now situationship. Is that it? Or has that changed, in terms of its definition? I thought, oh no, what is it? I mean, you hear it all the time.
Yeah.
But it's just MU, right?
That's how I understand it.
I also feel like it's a little bit more complicated than MU. Like MU was like the precursor to relationship. It was almost a prerequisite. It's an inevitability. MU means you're going to be boyfriend, girlfriend. We're just going to give it a few more weeks. Situationship, I think, expands it a little bit more. I think I'm seeing here on playback. This is exactly what we're going to say. FUBU, friends with benefits. FUBU could be MU also. Could be kind of like an affair.
Affair, right? Meaning like you're cheating?
Could be. Because it's a situationship. It's still that's the key thing there with situation. It means it could be anything, and then you just throw ship on the back of it to make it denote something's going on. But it could be any situation.
You're in a situation, but no official relationship. So we're seeing each other.
MU is a mutual understanding. I mean, that's back in our day. Meant, okay, we're like almost exclusive. We're about exclusive. Maybe we don't have an anniversary. Situationship, dude. It could be anything. Lex, it could be your pyramid.
Yeah. Pero ang malinaw doon, walang verbal commitment na tayo
No label.
Parang MU nga. At ang MU kasi natin malinaw sa atin. Mutual understanding, baga sa basketball, naka-drop ka na. Hindi lang natin alam kung mapapasali ka sa team. Pero tayo may commitment kami na baka kunin ka namin. Pero pag hindi, sorry. Pero itong situationship, medyo bagong term lang. Lumang policy.
I think MU is probably, if we're going to use basketball, MU is you're on the team, but you never play. You're just on the bench. Never play. But situationship is a 10-day contract. It is far.
Parang walang label ulit na kanila. Parang ganun din. Ginawa lang nila situationship.
Yeah, walang label. And walang label sounds so negative. Situationship sounds a little bit more hopeful, but I don't think it's anywhere near as potent as MU. I think MU is a lot more positive and promising.
Kasi pwede mo isumbat yun yung MU. Uy, MU na tayo
Yeah. It's almost like exclusive. MU is more exclusive.
May mutual understanding na tayo. Mahirap isumbat yung, uy, may situationship na tayo. Pangit, no? Parang hindi pwedeng negative.
My situationship.
Jan says a situationship is a term. I'm assuming this sounds very internet taken. A situationship is a term used to describe a romantic or intimate relationship that lacks clear definition or commitment, typically associated with traditional romantic relationships. That's why it is not at a higher. It's not as high as class or tier as MU.
Huh?
Yeah, because MU is inevitable.
Not really. It's still like, a two-pronged thing, I think.
I don't know, Sam. Yeah. Again, we're talking about a difference of generation, but if we say we remove the generation gap and you say MU and situationship, which one would you rather be in?
MU.
I feel like they're the same thing. We just call it a different name.
I think now because of the whole Tinder, datings, a lot of people sleep around. That's why from MU it became situationship. Like we have a relationship, we're intimate, but there's no strings attached.
Okay. And it could be because of all kinds of situations.
Yeah,
and that's parties could be under.
But MU before, how people we like each other, but we're not official yet. MU. I don't
know. I think MU was very close to just inevitable. We are just now for the format. We have a verbal contract if it's MU.
Sa tingin ko yung MU dati, napaka-clean. Walang sexual relationship.
Parang, that's what I see it.
Pag MU kayo, meron kayong gusto sa isa-isa, pero wala pa kayong malang nangyayari. Itong situationship, parang
intimate.
Are you saying, Lex, that a situationship has to have sex
No,
involved?
hindi. Pero ibig sabihin, ang situationship, pwedeng may nangyari, pwedeng wala. Ang MU, pero wala pa kayong nangyayari.
Sure, it's very tweetums.
I like it.
Yung MU.
Sure ang MU. Pag MU kayo, sinasabi mo na, meron kami pagkaintindi pero wala pang nangyayari.
You think walang MU? Okay. What a percentage of MUs when we were younger had sex involved?
Sa MU? Anong age? May nangyayari?
No. Kung MU, how many MUs out there actually had sex involved?
Hindi mo kasi gagawing MU, babaguhin mo yung tawag dun eh.
Yeah, parang the distinction of MU and FUBU, parang ganon.
Oo, yun ang kaibahan sa atin.
No, if that's true. Max says 60% of MUs had sex in it.
Really?
Mojo says 90% had sex in it.
No!
That's
malabo. Kaya mo nga in MU ka sa lalaki pag nag-term ka ng MU, kahit ikaw hindi mo masabing may... Kasi pagka may sex involved yan, pare, fubo kami yan. Para alam mo kagad na in distinction. Pag MU, cute-cute sa akin yan. Sa akin high school yan. Walang nagka-college na masyado.
Oh, ikaw. What do you mean high school? High school yung walang sex. Ikaw, you lost your virginity at 11 to anabuka ka.
Hindi ako high school. Elementary ako noon.
11? Oh my God.
Elementary ako noon. Hindi ako high school
Ay, sorry.
Hindi, ibig sabihin, ang MU sa akin, nung MU ka, pag MU ka, wala talagang nangyayari. Kasi kaya mo ginagamit yun. Sa amin, bihira ako makarinig na MU na professional na yung nagtatrabaho na kayo, MU pa. Kaya ginawang situationship yan.
I don't know. I think MU was not exclusive to high school. I don't think that's true. I think it was exclusive to, I think you can say MU as an adult, but if you're of that era, you can't say MU now, clearly. But I still believe, and I'm going to go against what Sam is saying, that MU and situationships are similar. I don't think they're even that close. Now that we're thinking about it, I don't think they're close. I think there's a strong gap between the two.
Now that I am, hearing all this stuff, I feel like MU was a very particular thing. Situationship is like an umbrella term for many different...
Because it has so many, because it can have so many variables.
Tama.
So I think I'm going to, we started off with MU and situationship are close. Okay. Now that we've talked about it a little bit, I'm going to go situationship is more FUBU than it is MU.
Correct.
That's what it seems to me. Yeah. Situationship. We're in a relationship, but
situationship is better than FUBU. So Jeff here says a situationship is one tier below FUBU. No, I disagree. It's one tier above FUBU. I think FUBU is very casual. Very. Yeah, that is no feelings.
Dami na yung problema sa podcast niyan dahil hindi alam yung FUBU situation.
I'm going to say situationship is a FUBU that is starting to get a little tingling.
I like that. It's getting tingling.
There's a little spidey senses or start to tap. It starts a little vibration going on in this friendship. So that's where I'm going to finally say where situationship is. But it is a very broad term.
It is broad. Yeah.
Akala ko nga dati, yung situationship, yung gusto niya yung sitwasyon niya. Seryoso, di ba parang situationship is pag may ideal situation, doon kayong dalawa. Pero pag hindi na,
Dude, Lex, friends with benefits. That is a very positive term, right? We're friends and there's benefits. This is amazing. But now it's like, you might as well just call the person a friggin' hoe or slut or playboy or whatever, right?
Friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits sounds amazing.
Who says playboy anymore?
Chick boy, playboy, whatever.
Playboy.
Disco. Shut up.
Kasi nung mga namin, hindi naman to, pero pag sinabi mong MU, alam na kagad namin na wala pang nangyayari kasi hindi ganda ng lalaki. Ano ka na? MU lang kami niyan. Walang, ibig sabihin, hindi niya masabi na, kasi ang lalaki pagka may nangyari, hindi niya gagamitin ng MU.
Really?
Gagamitin niya yung daril, fubo kami. Friends with benefits. Hindi ka gagamit ng...
Ay, na fubo ka sa MU, Lex.
Hindi, kaya nga, ibig sabihin, pag may nangyari sa'yo, hindi mo tatawagin na MU. Kasi, hindi mo siya tatawagin MU pag may nangyayari na sa inyo. Ang lalaki, malakas ang loob magsabi na, hindi pwede magsasabing may nangyari. Sasabihin niya agad yan, ubo kami niyan.
I-level up na kaagad.
I don't know.
I-level up niya. Hindi niya gagamitan ng MU. Kasi ang MU sa amin, pag narinig mo MU, sweetie pa lang to. Hindi pa nila alam kung anong, wala pang to.
Fine. Let me answer my own question. I think you could be MU with sex, but I think maybe only 10%, 15% of MUs had sexual activity in it.
So what is that then? Like so the difference being like if you're MU, but then there is, that kind of intimacy.
Mag-level up ka.
Parang there's that possibility na magiging relationship pa rin to.
I am still under my original that an MU is you're knocking on a door on the relationship, you're almost inevitable that you're going to get into a relationship. With friends with benefits, absolutely not. There's no you should not be confident.
Yeah. It's known to happen, but then once you categorize it as that, it's like, this is what we are.
Way, way far from MU. And I think MU, having sex while you're in MU is like living in before you get married. You're just testing it out, and that's fine. And that's why I think there is a percentage of people in MUs that were actually physically involved, intimately.
Maliit na percent.
It's not a big percent, but I think there are. I don't think it's just because you're MU walang sex. I think it's really like a living in before marriage type of thing.
Because you're so confident that that's where it's headed.
Yeah, and you just maybe want to confirm that part of your relationship is on point. Okay. Sexual chemistry, as they say, very important. So they say. It is, we just passed our 45 break. Sorry, Mo, that was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But a little bit of clarity. Thanks, guys. 6:54. We'll take a break. When we come back, we have more of the show. We should have Bam coming in here at the studio right after this break in the song. Don't go away.
It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and them on Magic 89.9.
Let's go play hour number 2 of the show. We're about a minute away from hour number 2. You're listening to Good Times here, Magic 89.9 on this Wednesday morning. Look at the two of them geek out.
I'm feeling very out of place right now.
Uncle, because he plays so many games.
I know, and I was telling you, he's very supportive of the esports community.
Yay, thank you.
Yeah.
Good morning.
And Bam, you have another Aquino. May Aquino na hindi nerd ba, Bam?
Si Marlo Aquino. Hindi nyo kilala yun, no? Si Marlo Aquino.
Marlo Aquino.
Santa Lucia. Di ba?
Yeah,
Santa Lucia Center. Si Benedict Aquino. Artista yon in the 90s. Di ba?
Pero siga? Or hindi lang nerd?
Ano yun? Pretty boy. Si Benedict. Don't you remember Benedict Aquino?
Siga?
Artista, hindi. Ano yun? Heartthrob na.
Heartthrob. Pretty boy.
I know, but is there somebody in your family or anak that you're just full tattoo? Maybe has a tattoo on the neck?
Yeah, marami. We're all sorts. All sorts kami, all sorts. Lahat ng klase, meron kami.
No relation though between the two of you. I think, right?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Taga North ba kayo? Taga South? Taga Laguna? Cagayan de Oro? Tarlac?
I don't know my family history. I didn't grow up here, and my grandparents were illegitimate. So maybe somewhere down the line.
Maybe.
Baka yung grandparents mo anak ng Siga na that one Siga guy na in the Aquino.
Probably. We have may Aquino yan sa Pangasinan, sa Tarlac, sa Laguna, Cagayan de Oro. So we're all over. Good for votes. Now you're all over. Good for votes.
Speaking of being all over, I was before we get to anything, by the way, Bam, good morning. Thanks for being here. I was going through, what are the most commonly named barangays? Okay, there's 42,000 barangays in the Philippines. Okay, 42,000. And I was like, I wonder, with 42,000, they must repeat the name.
They do.
So I came up with a list here of the most repeated barangay names in the country.
Can we guess? Can we guess?
Okay, but you don't know the answer.
I don't know the answer.
Stop looking at the stream. Everybody stop looking at the stream because I wanted the first one, Sam, to know it because Sam says it all the time here on the show.
Manda?
No. Barangay. Wala bang barangay Manda.
Okay. What is the number? And by the way, the one in number one place is double the number 2 place. So this is by far the number one.
I'm gonna bet kung tataya ako, Barangay Poblacion.
Poblacion it is.
Am I right?
Yeah,
I'm right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Salamat.
That's number 1?
Yes.
Wait, Bam, how do you know that?
Because yung Poblacion is the main part of the municipality. Yes. So, pag sabi mong Barangay Poblacion, dun yung City Hall, nandun yung simbahan, nandun yung plaza. And when I was in Tampakan last Thursday, yung main event namin was in Barangay Poblacion. Sabi ko, Poblacion. Meron rin Poblacion sa Makati. Actually, napakaraming.
Yung Poblacion na doon City Hall sa Makati.
Oo, napakaraming
Poblacion. Okay, of the 42,000 barangays, 605 are Poblacion. Number 2 is San Isidro with 310. Okay. So it is double.
Wala bang Santo Niño?
I was gonna guess San Jose. It's San Jose is number 3. San Jose is number 3.
What?
Because ang barangay ko sa Tarlac, in Concepcion, Tarlac, is Barangay San Jose. And napakaraming San Jose rin sa Pilipinas.
Yeah, San Jose is number 3 at 244 of the 42,000. But listen, Bam, since we're on the topic, guys, throw out some of the names and I'll tell you where they are. Give me some more common ones and I'll tell you where they fare in the rankings.
Are we big
and I'm going to say, Bam, most senators don't know this. The one that you just lined up, okay? I'm pretty sure if I throw this to, I don't know, maybe Bato or so, he's not going to know. But okay, Poblacion by number 1 by far, 605. San Isidro, San Jose at number 3. Give me a couple more and I'll tell you where they fare. Lex, throw me one. Or Sam, throw me one.
Santo Niño ako.
Santo Niño is number 6.
Oh, good.
Wow.
In the top 10.
I'm assuming we're big on mga saint names, ganyan, mga San Jose, San Isidro. We gotta do San Juan then.
San Juan. The top 20 is dominated by that. San Juan is number 9.
Really?
I cannot guess anything.
Number 6 ako.
San Pedro.
6 and 9.
San Pedro.
San Pedro. Oh, we gotta go deep on that one.
Hindi pa.
San Pedro's number 12. 115 barangays with San Pedro.
Pwede.
Ang galing. I don't know. Santa Maria.
Santa Maria is 19. 73 barangays.
Wait, kulang tayo ng, what did we skip? The third ba? We skipped the third of the fifth.
Okay, no, San Jose was 3. Okay, so let me read the top 20 because it's fast, right? Okay. Pobla in the house, number 1. San Isidro 2, San Jose 3, San Roque 4, San Vicente 5. Santo Niño, as Alex said, is 6. Santa Cruz, of course, 7. San Antonio is 8.
San Antonio. Oh, that's my barangay.
Yeah, you think, right? Sam, you would have represented a little bit more proudly. San Juan is 9. Rizal, number 10. So the little break from the Sans.
Barangay Rizal?
Yeah, number 10.
Rizal.
And then we go back to the Sans again. San Miguel at 11, San Pedro at 12, Salvacion is 13, Magsaysay is 14, which is up there, Buena Vista 15, San Agustin 16, Mabini 17. So we're going to heroes now.
Heroes.
Yeah.
Rizal?
Rizal's number 1 of the hero group. And then Magsaysay is up there, Mabini is up there. Yeah, presidents. San Francisco is 18, which I don't see a lot of Barangay San Francisco. To see that in the top 10 is kind of cool. Top 20. 19 is Santa Maria and 20 is San Rafael. And then it starts getting to Concepcion, Libertad, which is very Spanish. Nicolas.
Wala bang San Wallet ko?
And then there's numbers. Bam, this is kind of odd, and I did not know this. So number 26 is Barangay 1. 27 is Barangay 2, 29 is Barangay 3, Barangay 4, Barangay 5.
Ay, mga tinamad na.
No, in sa Manila, yung mga barangay names nila, maraming areas doon, puro numbers lang. So 138, 135, ganyan, 'di ba? So I guess in some areas numbers yung mga pinangalan sa barangay. Nagsawa na sa mga santo, sa mga presidente. Diba?
Yeah, I think I told you that when you first got here many years ago. What if we renamed the cities, not the barangays, but the actual cities by numbers, and they competed every year?
So, number one.
There's number one. Like add a little bit of competition. Wait, barangay number 1 kami, because it would maybe help doll up the city a little bit more, doll up the barangay a little bit when you add that element of competition there.
Pero I have a joke na pagka maraming numero ang address mo, ang sign ng kahirapan. Halimbawa, lot 4.
Block like this.
Purok 7, barangay 179, contestant sa Bulaga. So tawa ako ng tawa sa joke ko na yon. Ngayon, yung address ng dilipa, yung may lupa ako nabili. Sabi ko, ano po address namin? Lot 4, Block 7. Nag-backfire sa akin.
Nag-backfire.
Lagi yan. Pag punong-puno ng numero ang address mo, doon ka sa mahirap na lugar.
I think it is kind of true though, right? I mean,
sa Dasmariñas Village na, I'm from Dasmariñas Village. Ano address nyo? Lot 4, Block 7.
All right, Bam, tell us what have you been up to this past week since you were here last? You were here on Wednesday last week, so it has been a calendar week. What's up?
Yeah, so nasa ko pare. I've been to 2 places na hindi ko pa napupuntahan in my life.
Oh.
Okay, and I've been to a lot of places in the Philippines. Excuse me. I was in Tampakan.
Where's that?
South Cotabato. And
there's only
Masbate. Itong nakaraang, so Tampakan, Thursday, Friday, and then Masbate, Monday, Tuesday. So first time ko sa Tampakan, South Cotabato. Hello there kay Mayor Junjun at mga kaibigan sa Tampakan.
Junjun, our friend.
Si Tampakan, guys. So I was invited sa Lumalay Festival. Lumalay is lubi. Lumalay. Lubi, mais at palay. Lubi is nyog. No, kasi they're an agricultural area. Napakaliit ng Tampakan. But what's interesting sa kanila is that they, in their area, is one of the biggest mines in the world.
The world.
Not just the Philippines. Biggest
What
mines.
do they mine?
Gold.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a big controversy kasi yung mayor pinatigil niya yung mine.
Alam mo, pinatigil niya. What?
Yeah. So pinatigil niya yung mine, and it's a big controversy now. And they're trying to diversify, going into agriculture, going into tourism. Sobrang ganda. Ganda-ganda ng lugar. Like, parang like we had like lunch or breakfast in this place na surrounded ka by mountains. They're trying to do like a motocross thing, try to develop the area for tourism. But Tampakan, Lumalay.
Wow.
Hello everyone kung nakikinig kayo from all the way from Tampakan, South Cotabato. We were also in Gensan. So you fly to Gensan and then you go to Tampakan, about an hour from there.
Okay, Bam, is that a little shady that you have been a senator, you've never been there? Are they trying to keep, well, it's not a knock on you. It's more,
it is.
Are they trying to keep the huge gold mine
away from you? It's not a
away
secret.
From attention.
So ano yan, very controversial yan. Kasi do you remember Gina Lopez, our former DNR secretary? Nagpasara siya ng mga mina, di ba? Yun yung isa sa mga parang pinasara niya temporarily. So it's a big controversy back then. It's still a big controversy now because that mine is expected to bring in a lot of money for the country and of course for the investors. Pero that particular mayor, meron siyang issues with concerns of the people. So pinasara niya. So it's now in the Supreme Court, I think, or Court of Appeals or something. So medyo malaking issue yan. But we didn't really go there for that. We went there kasi my festival invited me. Sabi ko, I've never been to Tampakan. He's like, you should go. Sabi ko, sige, punta tayo. So I was there. It was wonderful, wonderful time. Napakaliit niya. Siguro, di ba you always talk about Bamban, di ba? Because of that Alice Guo thing. Para siyang gano'n lang siya kalaki. Like it's really a small town.
So in this tiny town is the world's biggest gold mine?
One of the world's, like the fifth daw, parang the fifth biggest mine.
So if half the town a mine? Or
it's up in the mountains. So ang laki ng area niya. So I think 110 people per square kilometer. Ganun kaliit yun. Sobrang liit nun. Diba?
Are there people walking around with Armalites just kind of...
No, not...
Sounds like a Netflix documentary.
Okay. Not at Barangay Poblacion, which is where the fiesta was, diba? But up in the mountain, I think 3 barangays up in the mountain connected dun yung mine. So maraming issues about that, of course. So some people were for it, some people were against it. May mga indigenous peoples, of course, up there in the mountains. And they're going through a lot, diba? Marami silang pinagdadaanan. And I think yung mahalaga dyan is that the mayor really understands what the people really want for the area, while at the same time balancing yung mga posibleng gains. I think ang pinag-uusapan kasi nila in many places in our country, may mina, may kumikita, pero yung kumikita, yung investor, and yung foreigners, usually the foreign investors, and the people don't really get to feel the gains of the mine. Kumbaga, ano yung, it goes with any big project, diba? Ano yung matutulong mo dun sa lugar? So that's being adjudicated is the proper term right now, and marami silang pinagdadaanan. But for me, yung nakita ko doon, sobrang ganda. Beautiful place. We love lovely people, ang babait ng mga tao. And when I went there, yung bawat barangay, including Barangay Poblacion, I'm not sure kung may Barangay San Jose at Barangay San Isidro doon. 14 lang naman 14 lang. May mga sila, showcase nung kanilang produce, nung kanilang ani.
Which is like the coconut, the
which
mais.
Which is the lumalay, which is the lubi, mais at palay, but they also have a big banana plantation there, pinya. They actually export. They export the bananas and the pineapples and their papayas also. So they're saying, baka pwedeng mas dito na lang tayo kaysa sa ganyan. Di ba? Ganyan, no? So yun yung mga discussions there, and wonderful time.
I've tried a cake with gold shavings, like super ultra, like crazy fancy rich people thing to do. And I mean, obviously I didn't order this. It was just one of those things that I get a kind of high end party that happened to be at. I'm like, I have to try this. And I tried it. It does add something, It might be placebo. It might be like all in my head. But that texture, like, this is...
I feel fancy, I feel fancy.
Obviously, they're probably going to put it on top of a high-quality cake. They're not just going to put it on a piece of crab. But when you try it, it does. No,
Does it? Like flavor-wise?
Yan ba yung pag kinain mo, tapos nagatinga ka, medyo proud ka na may tinga ka na gold.
Yeah, it grills. Yeah. Or Mara, if you poop and you catch it.
It's good.
This is the stuff you want to catch.
Not digest.
Yeah, this is the you want to throw away. And then Sam, as Bam said, the top 5 gold mine. This is the only poblacion where they actually call it Pobla. I mean, they're super social over there because of the gold. Right. No, Bam, I got a question to ask you, and this might be the answer, or it might veer away from it. But what is the most remote place in the country you've been, and what does a ultra remote area ng Pilipinas look like?
Walang building. So walang buildings, no? Yeah. Or the buildings are 1-story, 2-story, parang barangay hall. Yun na yung pinaka-building, or yung city hall, yun na yung pinaka-main na structure. Malalayo yung mga bahay. Kasi hindi sila dikit-dikit. Dito kasi sa Manila, sanay tayo na everything's all together. We go outside, like EDSA outside. People are walking, you have cars.
Personal space.
Diba? Dense. Everything's so dense, no? But pagpunta mo sa mga probinsya, and even hindi yung mga center ng probinsya, pero talagang further out pa, talagang malalayo yung mga lugar. Like, may makikita kang bahay, tapos malayo, next bahay. Sorry?
I mean, does it kind of feel like a time machine almost? No. This must have what look old Philippines look like.
No, hindi. Because pagdating ko doon, lahat ng tao naka-cellphone. Papa-selfie. Senator, selfie tayo. Diba? So, may nag-Mobile Legends sa tabi. Diba? I mean, the internet's not as fast as here, but it's there. So may mga... you know, the tech gets to you eh. Alam mo, kahit yung mga bahay at yung mga medyo mukhang old style, pero yung technology
great reminder.
Yeah.
It's the great
reminder, di ba? When we got there, so ano siya series of events yung festival. I also spoke during parang may person from DOST who was presenting what they were doing, diba? So, science and technology. So, mga improvements sa agriculture, weather, ganyan. Things that are important for the people there. And, again, kahit malayong lugar yung Tampakan, nandun yung mga hints of modernity, no? Itong Monday, I was in Masbate, okay? And another festival there, the Bagat Dagat Festival in Masbate.
Lungs and Sea.
No, not Baga. Yung Bagat is Baragat, no? Hindi siya lungs. Baga yon, Baga. So Bagat is I think from Baragat, which is come to the sea. Come to the sea, di ba? So Come to the Sea Festival nila. And ito lang, just talking about hints of something very modern. Of course, Masbate is an agricultural area. They're known for their rodeo. Like naka-cowboy hat talaga.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, dyan yung rodeo ng Pilipinas sa Masbate. They have Rodeo Pilipinas every year.
Wow.
Yes. And dun, ito yung best part. Yung staff ni governor na sumundo sa amin sa airport, ang nickname niya, si Cowboy.
Wow.
Yun talagang nickname niya. Hi, Cowboy. Birthday pala ni Cowboy. Happy birthday, Cowboy.
Kala ko siya naka-horse.
No, but ano sila doon? May kabayo, may mga cattle. They're the cattle, capital of the Philippines. But, ang headliner nila for their Bagat Dagat was Rico Blanco. And sobrang galing nung set niya, man. As in, he even brought in the front act, si Archer Band. Then he came on. And, of course, nandun na kami. So, nanood na kami nung concert niya. Sobrang galing! Rico Blanco. My gosh, ang galing. As in, super galing. I was like, please sing the River Maya songs. Kinanta naman niya yung River Maya songs. He sang his own songs. He even did one part na pinakanta niya yung crowd, which was so cool. And everybody was singing. As in, ano yan, gumawa pa siya. Basta he made like a Masbate song na people were cheering with or were singing with him. So ang galing. And turned out to be such a great
bring
night.
His ultra cute girlfriend if you didn't forget it.
Alam mo, hinahanap ko si Marisa Lacal. Dito kaya si Marisa Lacal.
Itsura yung bata. This is what you're
Bakit naman bata? Grabe naman.
It's an ongoing joke.
He said, may appeal ang bata.
So, Rico Blanco and his front act, galing. And everybody was like jamming to it. And the concert was in a lagoon.
Whoa.
Wow.
Medyo kakaiba.
Really?
So, yung Masbate kasi parang pahaba, 'di ba? Parang peninsula ba tawag doon? I'm not sure if it's a peninsula but technically, pero para siyang ganoon. Doon kami sa pinaka-tip where there's like a lagoon that leads to the sea. And the lagoon, may floating restaurants sila doon where you can like take the ship around the lagoon, tapos dun sa isang part ng lagoon, nandun yung stage, nandun yung crowd.
Bam,
so,
really I follow
nice.
you.
Nice.
Okay, Bam, hold on. I follow you on Instagram. Where the heck? I don't. How come I'm not seeing the post?
Sa Facebook siya?
Go,
wala
dude.
pa, di pa natin pinapost. We're posting it today.
Every week you come on the show, you tell us about all of these places, and then look, and I'll just see a bunch of selfies of you. I'm like, where's the lagoon with Rico Blanco? Where's
Facebook?
Alam ko naman ang boring ng buhay mo, naiyakin ako sa buhay ko.
Hindi pare, that's one of the benefits of being a public servant, na i-invite ka talaga sa mga kakaibang areas. And ito syempre, dagdag ko na rin, yung pagkain namin doon was kambing. 'Di ba? Itong luto ng kambing medyo kakaiba. There was adobong kambing. Of course may lechon, parang staple, 'di ba? Pero yung sen ito special to, ganyan. May kambing, parang kambing sisig. First time ko siya na-try. Okay.
So this is innards also, but
hindi,
kambing?
mga skin eh. So I think cheeks rin to or
lovely.
skin. Lovely. Masarap siya. Like, okay. And then ito yung kakaiba. Pinakain kami ng lechon, walang kanin. They served it with bread.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
Like for the Western rodeo feels?
Hindi ko alam. Sabi ko may lechon. Tapos, nasa na yung kanin? In-expect ko na. Ito yung pangsabay dyan. Mga sliced white bread. And people are like getting the bread, putting the lechon and having like a... Hindi ko alam kung dun lang yun o Masbate thing ba yun or dun lang yun. Hindi ko alam. But I found that kakaiba. With the kambing.
I love as a representative, I mean, again, like just a major player, you go down there and you learn new things about the country. Like about certain areas. That's like so fun.
Itong dalawang area na to, Tampakan tsaka
Masbate. You need a travel show.
Hindi pa ako. No, but I was kind of, because I've been here for some time. So, medyo nahiya ako to say, this is my first time to go there. But, people were really warm. Like, they're like, yeah, you're here. Buti na lang, ganyan. Rather than, tagal-tagal mo na dyan. Ngayon ko lang nakapunta dito, di ba? So I was happy to be there and, share that moment with everyone. The bagat-dagat tsaka yung lumalay. And I hope in the next few months, I'll be able to go to more places na hindi ko pa napupuntahan rin, di ba?
You're kind of becoming like a travel reporter or something.
Yeah,
hindi naman.
Sometimes travel special.
At the same time, Bam, I mean, listen, like, I know we were talking about the barangays and how many there were, like 42,000 barangays. I mean, there really isn't enough time though. I mean, to go. I don't think you should feel bad for not showing up in these places or showing up so infrequently because there really isn't enough time. I mean, as small of a country as we are, and I guess if you take the land area, fine, we're maybe not a big country, but because we are an archipelago, it is difficult to do. Now, I know this is unrealistic mathematics, but like 42,000 barangays, if you divide that by how many days there are in a year, again, not realistic, but just to show you how difficult it would be, 42,000, you divide that by 365 days, that's over 100 years. If you were going to visit every barangay. So unrealistic.
Yeah, but ako goal ko at least all provinces na puntahan mo. So I think there's only maybe like 3 na hindi ko pa napupunta, 3 or 4. Wow. Yeah, Masbate was one of them. South Cotabato maraming times kasi Jensan is in South Cotabato. So yung Tampakan is out of Jensan, di ba? So kung probinsya at probinsya lang, I haven't been to
what are they? Sulu, okay.
I haven't been to Masbate was one.
Anong aeroplano?
That's ticked off now.
It's a joke from the show.
I haven't been to Biliran.
Biliran?
Have I been to Biliran? Parang hindi pa ako nagbibiliran.
Not even a province? I didn't know that there's a Biliran.
Meron may Biliran province. It's all in the Visayas, diba? Mas madali kasi yung Mindanao because it's landlocked. Like, pwede mo siyang i-drive, diba? If you fly to CDO or Davao, pwede mong imaneho yung areas na yun. But may mga areas talaga kailangan mong liparin. So it's a little difficult. But sana before I'm dead, mapunta ko yan. All of our provinces, diba? Kaya naman, no? 81's doable. I'm probably at like 70 na siguro, 60 something.
Wow.
Maybe we'll check kung nakailang probinsya na tayo.
Parang ang sarap
you kind of
travels.
Yes.
You kind of have to be a politician though at that level to kind of get to those places, right? I mean, how many people listening right now, like let's maybe we could put this to the test, Bam. You're a listener on the show, and I don't care if it's your work has taken you there. You have a really impressive amount of provincial visits. Like you've got, how if you travel internationally, you get a little flag, you get a little sticker, magnet or something like that. If you do province speaking lang, is there anybody out there, what is it, 81? Is that what you said? What's the number?
81 provinces, diba? 81 provinces.
Are we at 81? Oh God, that's way more than I thought we had. Do you have an impressive total? Like Sam, do you've got an impressive total? You may probably more than I do.
But I feel like I go to the places that people normally go to. I don't think I've been like super out of the way in visiting many of them.
Okay, so 81. Maybe you can't count exactly, but of the 81, how many do you think you've been to?
Oh my gosh, I want to say maybe like 15, 20.
Okay, so maybe I've done more. I would say I'm probably at least at half.
Lex, like back in your artista days, like did you travel a lot?
Oh yeah. And you would go to those kind of, as Bam was saying, those festivals and stuff like that. You do go to those. Now, definitely not at a politician level because there is, you actually have to meet people and that's part of the job. But I would say maybe half. I would say probably 40. Lex, how about you? I see you're doing some finger math here.
Mga ganon din. Kasi sa stand-up, I did Cotabato, Davao, sa Surigao, Bukid, Jensan, dyan sa CDO, sa Bisaya. So may mga ganon. May mga ganon ako, mga 40 rin.
Mara, next Mara, all of a sudden, she's like, guys, I've been to 81 of the
trying to think.
that I've done.
Probably not more than 10 because of PBA and PXC. We did provincial tours for PXC, which is like the UFC province style. But probably not more than 10.
10 provinces is really easy to do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, that's really, really easy.
More.
I don't
You
know.
go to Baguio, you just knock out like 6 already.
Oh, yeah? Oh, okay. I thought Baguio is just one. Hindi ko alam.
Yeah, I didn't know
don't
that either. No,
I
sorry.
don't
Yeah,
know.
this
I have
whole
no
geography
idea.
thing is not my forte. But
Yeah.
you probably did more.
One road trip
Parang
and you're
easily
not
kasi definitely Bulacan.
Yes.
Diba? Pampanga,
Yes.
Laguna,
Yes.
Batangas,
Yes.
Cavite.
Yes.
Yun, simple lang eh. Yun mo na kagad yun eh.
A lot.
Diba? Tapos akit ka, Pangasinan, and then Baguio. Baguio is of course,
Tarlac,
Benguet,
right?
diba? Tarlac.
You're going through some. Yeah, you can knock it. Guys, you can knock out 10 pretty easily.
Oh,
So
Subic,
maybe 20.
20-ish.
Zambales, di ba?
I've been there.
Oh.
And you've been to Boracay,
I've
and
been
then from
there.
there you're already knocking out, maybe a province or two.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's easy to get to 10, and even Sam, you're 15. I would say it's pretty easy to knock out 15.
Maybe like high 20s.
Yeah. I can see where that is. But that's why. But also, it makes BAM's 79.
Hindi naman 70 something.
No, very
70
impressive
something.
though.
Yeah, well, that's part of your job. Kumbaga, it's not that impressive. I mean, trabaho
Senator,
mo
sama
yan,
ka sa
diba?
akin. May papagdala na ako sa'yo na
Saan
hindi ko
tayo?
pa napupuntahan.
Saan tayo?
Ano bahala? Hindi natin
Threatening
kilala
him.
ba yun, Senator? Mga cowboy din.
Cowboy din, di ba?
Walang gold pero may VIP.
By the way, yung malaking yung malaking compliment sa akin dun sa so of course kumakain ng kambing and everything, kwentuhan, and then someone goes, "Oh, si Sen cowboy rin pala." Ayun, tuwan-tuwa ako sa compliment din. Cowboy din pala. Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, but Bam,
One of
just
the cowboys.
Jumping off kind of what Alex was joking around with, how often do they go, "Oh, hey, it's BAM. We're going to try to impress you." And then they bring you to places that you really don't want to go to, man. Like, guys, that's not my scene.
Mga alanganing lugar na ganyan.
Yeah.
None,
But they're trying to impress you.
none because we have someone who goes ahead, who checks the itinerary. So alam nang iwasan. But that happens. That does happen.
Mm-hmm.
That does happen. Or even yung inumang basagan sa gabi. Like, I don't do that kasi hindi ko kaya yun eh. So, they already say, pag mga 10 o'clock, we'll go back to the hotel na ganyan. But some others, they do continue. Inuman yan, ganyan.
Yeah,
Museum and libraries. Senator, gusto niyo bang mapunta ang museum and library?
Hindi ko alam kung nag-reference yung museum and library.
Hindi lang.
Always a trap with Alex.
Hindi na ako updated sa mga lugar na...
Daling kita sa tapat ng Santo Domingo, Senator.
Yun, alam ko yun. Alam ko yung mga tapat ng Santo Domingo. Pero yung museum tsaka library, di ako sigurado anong reference.
Museum, Senator. Puro mga Greek yun eh.
I don't get it.
Si Mara, I don't get it. It's okay. Better that you don't.
And don't. It's better that way.
That you don't.
It's 7:28 though. We do have to catch up here a little bit on the breaks. When we come back, again, Bam is here. We have a lot to talk about, and we'd love to interact with you guys. If you're listening all over the world, appreciate the strong numbers that we're seeing on Playback these past couple of days as well. It's playback.tv/goodtimes. Back after this. Don't go away.
It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and Bam on Magic 89.9.
It's Somi at 7:33. You listen to Good Times here on Magic 89.9. We have Bam Aquino in studio. Of course, Sam O and her Lungs and Sea. Mara Aquino also in studio. Alex and myself remotely, but you guys, wherever you are around the world, and in the metro at 8631-0899. Bam, let's talk a little bit about something that's going on kind of currently in the country. This whole DepEd secretary chismis, as we can call it. When did the vice president step down? Is it about a week now? Or?
Last week, no?
Last week, right? About a week. Since she stepped down.
Last week.
What was the excuse again? Was it was it Robin who said she was protecting the interest of Filipinos or whatever? I wasn't really following the story too much. Why did she step down as DepEd?
Parang wala namang main
was there any reason,
diba? If I'm not mistaken.
Did you give a reason though?
She just made an announcement for the good of the people, something like that, no? So
what does that mean though?
Clearly, because of the away nila sa politika, diba? I mean, we've been seeing this already happening online. So I wasn't surprised by the resignation. I really wasn't surprised. Medyo umiikot na rin yung balita na she was really gonna leave and formalize the breakup of the uni team. Diba? Kumbaga formal na to kasi it's been happening already on the ground and online. May mga statements na rin left and right. But of course, the vice president was still in the cabinet. So I guess this is like formally saying, ops, ano na talaga? Ito na talaga. But it's not as if we didn't really see it coming, diba? Parang nakikita mo na like early this year, even ever since January, no, nung nagkaroon ng statement si President Duterte against President Marcos. So nangyari na to. Of course, as soon as she resigns, the next day, ang balita is, sinong papalit? Sino kayang ganyan? Which I think was missing the point, di ba? Because if you look at our educational system, it's really at a crisis level. Nasa crisis level talaga siya. We're like one of the lowest pagdating sa international tests. You go to our schools, a lot of the teachers are overworked,
underpaid.
Underpaid, overworked, maybe for what we're asking them to do, they're underpaid, di ba? Kasi marami sa mga teachers are saying, teacher na nga kami pa yung magpapakain sa feeding program, kami pa yung sa Comelec, kami pa yung sa ganito, kami everything na lang, kami na lang, di ba? So, a lot of our teachers just want to teach, di ba? Yun yung sinasabi nila.
This is close to your heart, right? I mean, this
is very, very, very close to my heart. And
I think we talked about like what stuff that keeps you up at night. This was
number 3. Yeah, this was number 3 after West Philippine Sea and inflation, yung cost of goods natin, di ba?
Talaga,
So, ito, and sabi ko nga, everyone's talking about who's next. And no one's talking about ano ba talaga yung mga dapat bigyan ng pansin. So if you'll allow me, I'd like to share a few points. Sorry I mean, alam ko mas juicy kasi yung sinong papalit, di ba? Yung chismis part, no? But sayang kasi it's in people's minds and there's an opportunity now to really refocus the agency to focus on things that we need to do.
But Pam, you have to give your ideas because I mean the chismis part's always going to be there. It doesn't, venue like this is not going to kind of take that away, or we're not going to solve anything chismis wise. But what I would love you to do is again start expanding and educate people, our listeners, us. I don't care if you're in another country, of what are some of the possible solutions, what are the problems are, and how are we going to solve them. So no, dude, use it.
Here's my list, my top 8.
Okay.
My top 8 list.
Ooh,
number 1. Okay, jump in na lang ha. Okay, number 1, no corruption. Poblasyon. Number 1, less. Dapat hindi naman less. No. Number 1, no corruption, more collaboration. Okay, so very recently nagkaroon ng mga scandal about those laptops na binili na 50,000, kumbaga MacBook price for a Changi type na laptop. So, that was a couple of months ago. Kailangan isa-isahin yung mga kontrata dyan to make sure the money really goes to where it should go. So, less corruption or no corruption, more collaboration. What do we mean by collaboration?
How many units was that? I didn't even know.
Libo-libo yun. Libo-libo yun.
So, like if you talk corruption numbers, you were talking millions.
Baka billions pa nga yan eh. Billions pa yan. So less or no corruption, more collaboration. What's collaboration? We have to get everybody involved. And this has always been my point. Pagdating sa edukasyon, lahat tayo dapat nagtutulungan. You have the private sector, you've got government, you've got the churches, you've got private schools, you've got corporations. Lahat nagtutulungan for this issue because it's that important. Ganun siya ka-importante sa atin. Okay, number 2, infrastructure. So spend for the right infrastructure. When I got here, the first couple of months, pinauwi yung mga bata dahil sobrang init.
Oh yeah.
Which never happened before. Nung bata tayo, never nangyayari yan. Pinapauwi tayo dahil sa baha, dahil sa bagyo. Never pa sa init. So which means our infrastructure needs to be updated towards the current challenges. So you've got physical infrastructure, you've also got technological infrastructure. Our schools need to be powered by the internet. They need to have access, free access. And our students and teachers need to be able to access those resources, di ba, na naabot kaya nila. Hindi na dapat sila kailangan magbayad para makakuha ng internet sa mga schools natin. Okay, 3 and 4 is dagdag bawas. Ano yung dagdag? Dagdag sa teachers. Dagdagan yung teachers, dagdagan yung training. The welfare and capacity of our teachers is really one of the most important things kasi everywhere in the world, the level of education of a country is directly dependent on the teachers. More than any other factor, yung mga guro yung pinakamahalaga talaga. So we need to focus on that. Make sure our teachers are paid well, are trained well and that they can handle any of the challenges that they go to. Mm-hmm. So here's one fact, no? A lot of our teachers are actually young. They're in their early 20s.
Early 20s?
Yes.
Wow.
Early to mid 20s. Ang babata ng mga guru natin, they're very, very young. A significant number are really young. So kung teacher ka, you're 22, you're a fresh grad, you're teaching students, ang laki ng responsibility sa'yo, kailangan mong tulungan yan. In many ways, bata pa rin yan, di ba? Yeah. They're also young, so they need help, di ba? They need a lot of help. Ano yung babawasan? Bawasan natin yung gastos for the students. Kasi kahit libre yan, libre yung K-12, libre yung tertiary, may gastos ka pa rin eh. Pamasahe, pagkain, uniform. Honestly, ako nga kung pwedeng, controversial ba yung wag tayo mag-uniform or basta mabawasan natin yung mga gastos.
Please give them the uniform. I don't mind
free uniform. Why not?
Yeah,
diba?
Free uniform is probably the better way to go.
Some LGUs actually do that. No, yung mga mas mayayaman na mga local government units, they pati school supplies binibigay nila.
Nice.
So that's another
we don't need
thing.
like a winter outfit, right? I mean, it's not like we have to give them overcoats and all of these heavy clothing. It should be cheap.
Ako, I think ano rin eh, and this is another topic though, yung payagan natin yung mga government workers natin to be in cooler outfits.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Kasi ang init ng mga damit.
Yes.
Diba?
The mga security guards.
Tsaka yung tela. Anong klaseng tela ba tawag doon? Yung
The most unbreathable kind.
Diba?
Yes.
I mean, in other countries, diba, naka-shorts na yung mga police. Why not? Diba? Kung sobrang init naman, diba? So, so that's the top 4. Ano pa? Our curriculum. We have to review, reform, and revolutionize the curriculum because our curriculum needs to address modern problems. Kasi ang bilis ng panahon, ang bilis ng mga pagbabago, and kung di tayo mga catch up dyan, may iiwanan naman tayo. So we have to really revolutionize our curriculum to address current needs while making sure yung basics na address natin, which of course includes reading and writing. So marami mga balita of kids in grade 4, grade 5, deficient sa pagbabasa, no? And we can't have that. Kailangan marunong magbasa yung mga kabataan natin and yung curriculum needs to address that. Okay, ano pa? Ito, konti na lang to. We have to be digital ready. Our schools need to be digital ready and we need to be ready for artificial intelligence. Don't be afraid. Huwag matakot, Sam. Parang calculator lang yan, di ba?
What do you mean by?
Nung bata tayo, may calculator tayo. Ngayon, may chat GPT ka na. It's a tool. It's a tool for you, di ba? Parang pwede mong gamitin yan to improve yourself. But we need to address it. We can't just say, bawal yan. Kasi kahit pinagbawal mo yan, yung mga bata, ginagamit nila yan as soon as they leave the premises or maybe they're even using it on the side, diba? So our school system needs to, kailangan marunong tayo mag-integrate niyan because it's already there. It's not like mawawala yan, diba? So rather than pagbawal mo yan and then di marunong yung mga batang gamitin yan, at least magamit siya ng maayos, diba? But again, like any tool, kailangan yung basics alam mo. Mm-hmm. So if you have the basics and you use these tools to enhance you, why not? Pero kung yan lang ginagamit mo, parang dinadaya mo rin sarili mo, diba? So that's another thing that we need to be ready for. Ano pa? Alternative learning systems. Really, really important. Kailangan iba-iba. We have to allow our countrymen to be able to get that degree in different ways. Not everybody has the same situation. You have students who are special. You have out-of-school youth. You have indigenous peoples. You have youth coming from different situations. Kailangan yung paraan nila to get the K-12, the grade 12 degree and eventually the college degree. Kailangan handa tayo to have different ways for them to get that degree. So we have to strengthen our alternative learning systems also. So, these are just some. So as soon as nag-resign si Sarah, we asked our team parang get inputs from teachers, students, different NGOs. These are just top 6 or 7 points. Napakarami, di ba? And right now, ngayon na nakita natin may disunity sa politika. Sana dito tayo mag-unify. This is something we can all work together on. And whoever is chosen there, seryosohin sana yung trabaho. Mm-hmm. At makita natin na isa-isahin tong mga issues na to so we can prepare for our future. Unfortunately, West Philippine Sea is clear and present danger. Ngayon na yan. Cost of living, ngayon na yan. Itong education crisis natin, we'll see it in 5 to 10 years. Kung walang reform na mangyayari dito, in 5 to 10 years, dyan natin makikita yung problemang to. And we don't, parang ano na naman yan. Sana ginawa natin to 10 years ago. Yung problema kasi ngayon So we need to address this now. And if there's something, kung may isang bagay na pwede tayong mag-unify, sana isa ito doon, no? Yung educational system natin.
Yep.
Senator, balik lang ako doon sa may uniform, no? Siyempre, for ako dyan, no, walang uniform. Kaya lang, pag kinukonsider mo yung medyo mahihirap natin, yung pagsisibilyan, isang sign din ng ano nila. Mahirapan naman sila to kasi pag tayo iisipin natin sa sarili natin, nga, masarap magsibilyan kasi ako dati excited ako pumasok dahil forma-forma eh. I'm thinking from my perspective at mundo. Pero of course, 70% is below the poverty so problema naman yung civilian mo, halimbawa papabilisin mo, ano naman yung araw-araw nilang dadamitin kasi nga wala naman silang panlakad.
I completely...
Tama. But
doon sa uniform. Ano ulit yan? Poverty ulit yan.
Yung problema kasi sa ibang mga schools, pinapabili sila ng uniform every year.
Yun eh.
Yun yung problema. Diba? So, in fact, in one forum, may isang nanay nagsalita in a state university, di ko nababanggitin which one. Nagko-complain siya na, Sen, libre na nga yung tuition pero every year pinapabili kami ng bagong uniform. At kailangan dito mo bibilin sa supplier na to. Para ganyan. In fact, sabi niya, kahit po yung papel, kailangan dun binibili. May prescription kung saan bibilin yung papel. Sabi ko, paano nangyari yun? Ito yung nakakatawa. Yung ate, nag-graduate, nag-hand-me-down ng mga papel, bawal rin daw yun. Kailangan bagong papel or bagong uniform. Yun yung ayoko.
Yun yung ayoko. May malakas yung supplier.
Malakas, exactly.
Yes, I mean, not only are they not capable of, as Alex is saying, afford this stuff, they're making it even more difficult. I mean, I wish every goddamn politician who put their freaking face on a T-shirt this coming election season could just, instead of putting their face on a goddamn T-shirt, could probably start donating some of this stuff to these schools. I mean, I just wish some of these things would happen. But again, I'm not in this business, in this world. So some of the stuff I think that comes out of my mouth is just not realistic. Bam, I think in the past or even recently here on the show, I was like, the first couple of points you were making, maybe your first 3 points, I just sometimes think if it were a rule that, and I'll say you guys, politicians, because you want to be back and you were there at some point. If it were like your kids all have to go to public schools, because you're going to come home and you're going to say that MacBook that I was supposed to have is a hack book. It's nothing. And all of the other problems that they go through, you feel it because you're a parent of these children, not just a politician. I would love that to happen, but I know that's not realistic. It's even crazy talk. But it would be great if people who ran this country are able to, as a parent, feel the struggles because their kids are coming home with with so little.
Hindi realistic yung imamandate mo. May ganyan pa before, di ba? O mamandate mo lahat ng mga politiko kailangan mag-public transportation, di ba?
Yeah. It's not realistic.
It's a good thing to say, but I think kung kukunin mo yung essence nun, which is, wag naman kayo sobrang out of touch, di ba? Ito yung nangyayari sa totoong Pilipinas, di ba? And I had this conversation with one of my friends in the business world. Sabi niya, alam mo pare, yung economy natin, parang may dalawang Pilipinas. You've got one Philippines na nag-revenge travel, pumipila kapag may bagong drop of, shoes or clothes or ganyan, nakaabang na sa mga e-commerce sites kung anong bibili nila. And you've got another Philippines na hindi maka-afford ng bigas, hindi maka-afford ng basic goods natin. At yung gap na yan, palaki ng palaki. And that's our problem. So yung sinasabi ni Mo, kung nandito ka sa revenge travel side, sana naman may nasa puso mo at nasa pag-iintindi mo where the majority of our countrymen are, kung nasaan sila. Especially kung politiko ka. Kasi yun dapat yung pinagsisilbihan mo eh. Yung problema, pag doon ka lang sa sektor na yon, you're stuck in your own world. You don't get to see the rest of the Philippines. That's why it's good to travel. It's good to go out and talk. Like ito, I talked to the farmers in Tampakan. Ito, talagang medyo na-high blood ako ng konti. Okay. So ano yung sabi ko, sir, nakakakuha ba kayo ng support? Sir, nakakakuha kami ng support pero yung style po dito, pipirmahan namin delivery 100% of the goods pero 50% lang yung pupunta sa amin. If we don't do that, wala kami makukuha ng tulong.
Wow.
So that's basically a scam.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Nagaling mismo yan sa mga tao doon sa Tampakan. And, sabi ko, ito na, isa na to sa pinaka nangangailangan na sektor sa Pilipinas. I'm sorry. But isa to sa pinaka mahirap at nangangailangan sektor are farmers. Kasi yun pa yung isa scam mo. Yun pa yung isa scam mo.
It's so low.
Of 50% of the support that they should get. Diba? Alam mo yon, so parang ikaw kung gagawin mo yan, ibig sabihin either sobra kang greedy, sobra kang balasubas talaga, and wala kang pag-iintindi on where our farmers are. I mean, you know, they were so proud of their nyog and their palay and mais, and you know, ini-explain nila, oh, ito yung papaya namin green, hindi yan orange kasi iba yung lasa. Matutuwa ka talaga. And then you hear, oh, yung support po nakukuha namin pero 50% lang kasi pinipilit kami pirmahan delivery ng 100%. Talagang, my gosh, talagang kukulo talaga yung dugo mo talaga, diba? Your heart really sinks talaga. And you're right. And that's it eh. Pag stuck ka na doon ka na lang, out of touch ka na, these things become easier to do.
But that's why Sarah's resignation pisses me off, Ben, because you have the second, well, I guess maybe by ranking, second most important person in the country.
Yeah.
Dropping out of such an important
portfolio
department because she's like has some kind of LQ with the goddamn president. It's like, really, you're so powerful. You're so powerful, and yet you're gonna in an area that's so much needed reform, and because of some political misunderstanding, at the very least, to posturing, I don't know how you want to call it in this business, but man, who suffers? You could have done so much. You could have done so much. You've got a Duterte last name on you.
I get what you're saying, Moa, pero mahirap rin kasi yun kapag, remember yung DepEd secretary kasi you're alter ego of the president. So if you don't feel na the boss got my back, parang mahirap rin yun. Diba? I mean, that's just how it is. Diba? You're gonna push a reform. Wala namang, if you feel kulang ka ng suporta to push all of these big reforms, baka di mo rin magawa. So,
I just think she has
naiintindihan ko why, kung bakit siya nag-decide na umalis.
She's got a big enough voice to go against the president and not hurt her.
She can do that as vice president. Kasi she didn't resign as vice president. She resigned as
I get it,
DepEd secretary.
But she's still vice president. So it's one of those. She's got the branding to go up against him and it not hurt her. And in a that's my opinion. It's not like it's just some random person that gets assigned that cabinet position and then you have to absolutely kiss ass the entire time to the president because your whole political career is at stake. Yeah. She's got a massive brand. So even BBM can't tarnish it. Again, maybe I'm wrong. But man, it's such an important position, bro.
It is.
So important.
Well, ako honestly, yung usapin ka talaga ng sinong papalit, bakit? It's really high politics. It's high politics na I don't know, mahalaga ba yan sa tao kasi? Babalik tayo sa farmers in Tampakan, di ba? Ang paki nila, paano ko matukuha yung tulong ko? Paano yung mga anak ko? Paano sila makapag-aaral ng maayos para they can get the right education, no? And yes, importante kung sinong papalit, but you know,
but Bam,
at the end of the day, ito yung mga issues na kailangan nating harapin.
Wait, Bam, if he chose you, I feel like you'd be salivating at the chance.
Sorry?
Right? You would be salivating at the chance to be a DepEd secretary, right?
Honestly, you know, the Senate is really what I'm looking at, honestly. It's a big portfolio, marami ka talagang matutulungan, but you know, the next person who's going to take on that job, it's a big challenge and they need to be able to bring people together. You know, they need to be able to bring groups together. Well, I don't think it's going to happen, Mo. I don't think it's going to happen. But sasabihin ko sa'yo, I think I'm a better senator, I think. I'd be a better senator. But yes, ang laking tulong yan. Whoever is gonna get that position, sana isang tao na can be above the politics, you know, can focus on the problems, can bring people, literally, magkaroon ng point of unity yung bansa natin. Maybe the West Philippine Sea is one, maybe our educational system is another one. Pwede tayo magtulungan dito. And it's a big challenge. It's gonna be a big challenge for the next person. No?
Pero Senator, ganito, balik tayo ng konting chismis sa totoo.
Okay.
Originally kasi ang gustong position niya is the defense eh.
Yes.
And then parang ang treatment kasi ang original kasi ng ano niyan is, gusto ko po yung defense, parang pa-Consuelo de Bobo ang
DepEd.
Education. Para lang ma-appease siya.
The irony.
Nagre-request kasi. Oo, seryoso. Nagre-request siya ng defense eh. Nagre-request siya.
No, I mean
depende.
like just the terminologies. Sorry.
Oo, yun yung terminology dati na, hindi dito, ito na lang, para hindi ka magalit. Pero yun dati defense ang gusto niya, syempre binigay yung education. So yung feeling ko na hindi mo, tapos na-assign ka dun sa isang bagay na una-una hindi mo na-request. That's part of that. No? Yun yung original nun eh. Ako doon ako nagbabase kung bakit ganun yung yung nangyari sa education because originally hindi naman yun ang gusto niya, di ba? Tama ba?
Exactly. And si VP Sara kasi is a reservist And she takes that very seriously, no? Sa yung military side niya. That's why she wanted defense. She got DepEd. Ako honestly, DepEd is the bigger. Well, okay, sige, you can say West Philippine Sea malaking issue sa DND. But if you look at the long-term gains, look at long-term reforms na mas malaki yung pwede mangyari. It's really DepEd.
The pen is mightier than the sword.
DepEd talaga. Mas immediate yung concern mo sa DND, you know, and the challenges there talagang it's every day. Every single day may nangyayari. I don't know kung nakita nyo yung naputulan ng daliri yung mga armed forces natin, di ba? So, everyday struggle yon. But DepEd, man, that's the one. That's the one. If you want genuine reform, if you want lasting reform, kung gusto mo ng talagang impact sa bansa natin, it's DepEd.
Dude, for sure.
Wow,
what did
I feel so ignorant. I didn't know any of this, especially with the education system. That's so sad.
No, we learned so much when Sam
I
Bam
learned
was here.
so much.
Yeah, super.
I didn't go to school here, so I'm so out of touch. I didn't know that that's what's happening now with schools. Wow.
I hate today.
What? What happened?
Di naman ako papag-guest next week mo. Don't ban me. Don't ban me.
This is worse than the Mavs losing.
No, pero ano yan, ako, honestly, may opportunity yan. May opportunity yan to actually, you know, I mean, every time there's a change in personnel, for whatever reason, opportunity yan to refocus, to bring groups together, to like isa-isahin yung mga reforms na kailangan gawin. May opportunity dyan.
Yes, and I
From
think
BAM to ban.
Don't ban BAM, di ba? Babano ko ni Mo Twister.
But like with how you laid out how important this job is, and of course education being so important to the students and the state that it's in, and if that's the relationship, if that has been the relationship between, you know, the VP and the president and her being secretary and whatnot, and it was kind of getting in the way of the job, then maybe someone else with a better relationship could be a better fit and better for the kids.
Yung debate ngayon is dapat educator. Yan yung debate ngayon sa internet. Educator ba dapat? Ganyan.
Lenny. Tapos,
Oy, si ma'am nagturo yan. Nagturo siya.
Okay, siya. No. Let's go, ma'am. Who would you like to see there now? Give me a legit proper name.
No. I don't wanna.
Come on, no, because it's not gonna move.
No,
it's not gonna do it. It's not gonna change anything.
Sabi ko, I don't wanna talk about names. I'm gonna talk about ano yung issues na kailangan gawin. You guys can talk about names if you want.
Eto na lang, Senator.
You guys can talk about names.
Sabi nyo,
okay, how about do this? We'll take calls. People will throw names, and then we're all gonna just stare at you.
Wag na. No, I have to go at 8. I really have to go at 8. 3 minutes left. I have to go at 8.
Ito lang.
Alex.
Sabi nyo, good kayo as senator, mas better kayo. Paano kayo mag-work? Halimbawa lang, may dumating na 3 senador na balak tumakbo at manalo kayong lahat. We're talking about the 3 Duterte na nagsabi na they're running. And you all, parang nanalo kayo. Anong mangyayari doon sa, what do you think will be the yung ng Senate? Sa'yo.
Alam mo, medyo nagulat rin ako sa statement na yun. I don't know if that's really going to happen or not, but 12 yan pare. That's 12. Kung mayroon kayong gustong makita sa Senado, I think that announcement shows na kailangan nyo talagang supportahan yung mga gusto ninyo. You really have to support those that you like. And sabi ko nga, it raises the stakes of the next Senate election. Kasi ang midterm boring eh. Ang exciting presidential. You know? Sa Pilipinas midterm boring. But the fact if three Dutertes are actually running for the Senate, this makes this Senate, you know, it raises the stakes. And I think yung mga taong lalabas, yung mga taong susuport at mangangampanya, it also raises the stakes for all of us. Kumbaga, 12 yan. Let's see ano yung mix na gusto natin makita. 'Di ba? But honestly, pare, the Senate, dyan mo makita ang tawag doon, melting pot. A melting pot of the Philippines yan, di ba? Lahat ng klase.
Well, we already did our remember we did our breakdown of who we want. Like, you know, what worlds, what is it called? What was our thing?
Sector, what sector sila galing?
Sector, yeah. Representation of different sectors. That was
Palit sa Senator. Senator, sabi raw ni, nung nag-step down si BP, she's the new opposition. What's ano ba talaga ang terminology ng opposition? Sabi na, she's the new opposition.
Well, she definitely is now opposition to the administration. I mean, talaga. I mean, naghiwalay na di ba? But, ano kasi masyado tayong nasanay sa Amerika na there are only two groups, Republicans and Democrats. So sometimes yung pananaw natin ganun lang, and throughout our history, either yellow ka o red ka o pink ka o red ka. But the truth is, in our country, we're multi-party. And nakikita ko ngayon is may 3 big groups yan. You've got the admin, you've got the Davao group, and you've got the ones na kasama kami ni Alex noon sa grupong yon.
Yes.
And that's a third large group in our country. So hindi lang siya 2. And baka dumami pa yan, honestly. Kasi may Tulfo pa yan down the line, di ba? So baka maging 4-5 big groups yan na major in the country. And let's see kung ano yung mga grupo-grupo na mangyari, di ba?
Kulay ng unity team. This color.
Green and red. So classic na yan ngayon. Classic na.
Oh my gosh, Mohan, you look depressed.
I think ikaw ang ibaban, Alec. Parang kanina ako yung ibaban.
No, I just oh my God. Ew, and ew. Like that last line that you just gave was just ew. Like this country is split up with the admin, the Davao group.
It's true though. I mean, look at the numbers, man. Ganyan talaga. But ito nga So, again, we always go back to...
Goddamn Tulfo group?
No, honestly. We always go back to groups. But ano yung mga lugar? Paulit-ulit ako. Ano yung mga lugar na kailangan tayo magtulungan? And we'll go back to education. We'll go back to West Philippine Sea. It's much nicer, mas exciting. I mean, di ba? Boring kung magtulungan ng Lakers tsaka Celtics, di ba? Parang boring siya, di ba? Mas maganda nag-aaway sila. But again, politics and governance. Yung governance yung kailangan natin right now. We can worry about politics in October. Doon naman yung filing, doon na yung mga anong groupings, anong slate, anong ganyan. That's October. Right now, ano yung kailangan ng tao, which is governance, di ba?
Sino bang pinakamaingay? Sino bang pinakamaingay? Sino bang pinakamaingay?
Do not send off, send Bam with this.
Sino bang pinakamaingay?
Alex.
Kailangan natin na ba ng
campaign jingle ba yan?
Our lines have been full, Bam, but he's got to go. So sorry, he's not going to take these calls.
Sorry, guys. I got to go.
Yeah, but
I'll be back on Monday. See you,
Secretary.
Appreciate it.
Sorry, Senator.
Yeah, no, Bam, as depressing as today's episode was, I think it's also one of our better ones because it's just about, talking about the real stuff, right?
So informative.
And what needs to happen. I mean, sure, it's depressing because you tell us about the current state, but it's about also us as listeners.
Reality.
And of looking at it and going, damn, we got to do something about this.
Yep.
And if that means you, that's you. So,
Slogan.
Thank you.
Secretary Pam Aquino. Education Secretary because he knows.
Ano?
Aquino, because he knows.
Aquino knows.
Because
he knows.
Okay.
Of course, a fellow
Time for Bam Aquino to leave the chat group. Bye, guys. Ingat.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I know, you know, everybody knows.
Yeah. Did you know with Bam Aquino? Ayan.
Ano mo? Guest ka kasi ng guest ng di natutunan natin ngayon yung katotohanan. Balik tayo sa lokohan. Come on.
Grabe ang bigat ng chest ko. Wait, why were the fingers cut off?
Oh, the altercation.
That's yung yan sa China yan.
What they cut them off?
They had a little run in last week.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, I know.
What's happening with Philippines?
Diba, pag naputulak ka ng finger, paano mo masasaluin yung abs mo?
Mobile Legends. Mobile Legends.
What's happening?
Ano kaya pag magaling kang gamer, tapos naputol yung... Siguro ingat na ingat ka dapat sa daliri, no?
Pero alam ko may player na plays with his feet.
Oh,
meron.
Really?
Meron yan. Meron.
Alam mo, pag nakita ko kalaban yung atras na ako. Ano? Paa? Ano ako?
Wow, I'm gonna Google all that later.
Yeah, it's like the #1 story in the country.
I don't read the news.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's...
She's my person.
Oh my God.
Alam mo si Sam, sa first two,
we're at war.
Kanina, puro supply si Sam. Lungs. Oh my God, my rock. My rock is crumbling. My rock.
What?
Ano yung rock?
Si Sam ang rock ko.
That was a joke.
Foundation. I
Alex,
know.
don't you think that was funny?
I know, but you know,
I thought it was funny.
You're asking a comedian if that's funny.
That is exactly why I'm asking him.
I trust you.
Yeah.
You're my foundation. You're my steady guide. You're my compass. Tapos, lungs ba? Like, oh my God.
Lungs and C.
I don't really know
Lungs and sea. Ano yung bagat, ano?
Bagat-dagat.
Bagat-dagat.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense. Lungs, baga, at dagat. I get it. I just couldn't say anything at that
That's
time.
an hour ago. Literally an hour ago. That line was said.
Naliligo na si Mara. Oh my God, I got the joke.
Oh gosh, here we go. We unlocked the laughing function on Mara.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
What situationship is this? Okay. All right. Okay. I just need a second. I need
Pilipinas.
You're so sad. You're so sad.
I am terribly sad.
But I want to say, whoever is gonna take this position of Secretary of DepEd, I would like to announce HWPL Philippines. We have free peace education materials. We offer them, again, for free to any school that is interested. And we're already in the process of signing like MOUs and MOAs with different DepEd offices. So please, you want to give this stuff for free.
Yeah. Well,
does that make you feel better?
Nobody's going to take it, Sam. No, because someone's going to take it because there's no money in for them. They're not.
Well, if you look at
they're not going to be able to corrupt the laptop, the school uniform, all of it.
So hopefully, the next person who sits will be thinking more about the benefit of the children and the country.
Yeah. But again, obviously, this stuff is dictated by the administration, right? You don't just kind of throw the best person for the job. It's just whoever's whoever, and that's the kind of the tragedy in all of this. Why am I so affected? Maybe it's because I'm I'm just not in the best space, right? And then you just throw something negative back in there, and all of a sudden I'm like, ugh.
Pero wala pa naman eh. Who knows?
No, it's not that. It's not the DepEd part that pisses me off. It's just kind of knowing that all of us, Lex, not because you're older than myself or I'm older than Sam the young group, we are all going to die with this still being our problem.
So parang una ako ganon? Like holding sa sequence ba yan, no?
The 20-year gap between you
and ako dapat nasabihin yung disclaimer, tuloy-tuloy ka lang sa point mo, dinaanan mo pa ako.
There's a 20-year gap between you and Mara, and even that is not going to survive this crap.
God, sequential.
We're going to die like this. All of you listening.
I mean, again, wala pa. The position hasn't been filled yet, and who knows?
I'm not talking about the DepEd. I'm talking about when he says, like, okay, here's our political groups in the country. You have the Davao group, nice big middle finger to them, and they're going to be around for, you got 3 more of them. Now, so let's say of the 3, you have to assume 1 is going to make it, maybe 2. Shit, maybe all 3.
Hello, we're on the radio. Mohan.
He said, Pucha, I'm going to say the S word when it comes to this. He said it. He's senator.
That's my rock. Welcome back, Sa. That's my compass.
Just because there's one song on Spotify that was okay with the S word in a song.
Fine. But it's that. It's the, hey, this is what our political stronghold looks like in the country. A Tulfo group, goddammit. Really? Wow. Man. Wow. A Davao group. They're you have the admin, who's just, of course, probably just, again, the least educated group of high power, high level politicians we've ever seen, and then we've got everyone else.
Well,
like everyone, you can identify all of those groups except the everyone else.
Oh.
So what does that mean? That means they lose.
Gawa tayo, GTWM, party list.
Right? If you have a Tulfo group, that means they're strong enough to win every single time. You have a Davao group, we know who we're talking about. They're going to win every single time. You have an admin group, you know those names. They're going to win every single time. And then you have the at iba pa that we can't even like pinpoint a considerable candidate.
No, yeah, it's not going to happen overnight, obviously.
No, we're going to die like this, all of us.
Why don't we just go home now?
No. We are going to die. Now, maybe there's some hope.
Can I go home first?
We are going to die.
Can I go down now para lang askasuhin ko yung pamilya ko? Sorry. Ask for forgiveness. Ganon. Maybe labas kami ngayon, mag-lunch. Just to make up for lost time. That's embrace ko yung
I said we are dying. I said we will be this when we die.
Okay. Kala ko ngayon urgency kasi.
But I mean, it's sad though, and I don't want to be one of these like doomsday fatalists, but just so you know, whatever you look outside your window right now, that is what it's going to look like when you're dying.
I feel so weird. Like I'm sad at the same time I'm laughing. So it's like,
may tawag doon,
I don't know what to feel.
Ano tawag?
Crazy.
May term na tinatawag. Yung sad ka pero tumatawa ka. Ikaw, Mara, anong gusto mong position sa government?
I don't want.
Hindi, talagang pinersa sa'yo talagang.
I don't know. I think I wouldn't know.
Communication.
I have too much sympathy that.
Sa sports ka, pwede ka doon.
To sports?
Oh.
Oh my gosh, with all your knowledge on nutrition and
plumbing.
Health,
Secretary of Plumbing. Sanitation. Department of Sanitation.
Ikaw, Alex, what do you want?
Ba't ba pinapalit sa akin? Hindi makatapos eh. Ano ba ako? Defense. Gusto ko sa defense.
Defense? Oh, what would you do?
Wala. Hindi ako magandang depensa yun. Wala kang ginagawa. Magtatakay mga kalaban mo.
No, si Alex, Department of Defensive.
Kakaibiganin niya yung mga kaaway natin.
Pag sasabing, oy, ba't amin yung WPS? Bakit? Paano sabi sa inyo to?
Oh my gosh, that's
Ano yung Secretary of Defense? Bobo.
Nag-aaral ako. Siraulo kayo, ha? Fire Alex. Ugo.
No, you're gonna charm our enemies so they won't be our enemies anymore. That's because you're a good salesperson.
Hey, Sam, if you were in government, let's just jump off what Mara with a topic. Look at you. If you were, oh, sorry, Lex, that was Alex. Sorry, Mara, you suck. Sam, if you were,
i-acknowledge mo ako mabuti kasi natakpan ng tao. Kailangan ko ng validation.
Alex with the topic. I love it. Alex, thank you. You don't just contribute jokes, but you contribute
sensible topic. Thank you.
Sensible, cerebral topics.
I can die happy.
If you were in government, what would you be like in charge of? What would you want to be in charge of?
Ooh, I'm getting tourism on playback.
Ay, ayaw mo ng Department of Foreign Affairs?
I guess it could be a toss-up. Or someone's also saying, what about Department of Health daw? Kasi lungs.
I'm trying to think where you would be.
Ang tagline ni Sam, wala lang.
Wait, lungs.
Ikaw mo.
I don't know the answer to that. I think historically, I've always wanted to fix the traffic situation, because
oh my gosh,
traffic situation breaks families.
Ikaw unang madadali sa amin. Ikaw unang mag-breakdown sa amin.
Yeah, I really think traffic. Yeah, it's a killer, and sometimes it's a killer that we are just happy or not happy. We're content with just complaining about. Sometimes we even take pride in it, right? When we talk about the traffic situation in the country to other countries, like, you should see us. Like there's even a sense of pride, but it's breaking your families. Okay. It's your quality of life is crap because of the traffic situation. However, I have one agenda I think that I would put on top of that. And I would honestly, as much as I hated the war on drugs, I would have a full scale war. Call me a war criminal, put me in The Hague against corruption.
A corruption. Oh, but like war levels?
I'll kill him with that.
Oh.
For trying to corrupt, yeah. It's killing us.
Wow.
Not drugs. I mean, an absolute violent crackdown on corruption.
Whoa.
That's what I'm doing.
Marami. Di ba? Marami kang kotondak mo talagang
Because I was so against the war on drugs. You guys know that. My God, I preached the hell out of it. But man, because I didn't think that we had a drug problem. And I don't think we have a drug problem. But we have a corruption problem. We have a poverty problem.
Yeah.
And I have a full-scale military campaign against it.
Maybe.
So okay.
Yeah. Agriculture, I think, is something I would be interested in.
Oh my gosh, I love.
Just because I feel like all the farmers should also be educated on business so they know how to sell their own crops. So
and like profit properly from
it. There's this, I had forgotten, there's this Instagram page that I follow where the farmers have a hard time selling their crops, or somebody would sell it and then they back out of it. So now they have all, mabubulok lang.
Oh.
And then it's here in front of TV5 sa Mandaluyong.
Like in the Philippines talaga.
Yeah. So you get to purchase it at a very discounted price. I forgot the Instagram page, but
okay, tell me when you remember.
Farmers. Yeah,
I love that.
So that's what I would like, for them to be more educated, also to have the education on how, not just because they know how to farm, but the business aspect of it also, so they get to profit.
Lex, what about NTRCB? Then we'll have like Viva Max movies on regular television and all of that stuff. No, kapag ikaw yung NTRCB chair.
Pwede ako dyan MTRCB. Tapos ang ko, freedom for everyone to choose. Ang mga panlabang ko dyan, education starts at your home. Parents, be the censorship. Diba? Kasi kung bawal kumain ng baboy, di ba masama ang katawan sa baboy, Yossi, ba't binibenta pa rin yan? Kasi may ability ka to choose and to regulate.
So that's how
Why are you
and also, that's how we're
There's Viva Max because we have the freedom and democracy to choose.
So wala ka rin gagawin sa MTRCB?
Meron.
Wala. Alex is like between the hours 6 to 9, there's going to be no censorship of body on television. That's all.
Alam mo, papayta ko yung mga tun. Ang susunod na palabas ay, hindi, lalo na intriga yung mga bata pag sinabi mong, ang susunod na palabas ay may temang sexual. Lalo sila may ang gagawin ko, ang susunod na palabas ay pangit. Huwag panoorin. Yung kagad. Ang susunod na palabas ay 15 minutes lang maganda at ang susunod ay pangit na. Ganun dapat ang qualification. Ang susunod na palabas ay walang kwenta. Matulog na lang kayo. Hindi yung nakaka-intriga pa. Diba pagkabata ka narinig mo, ang susunod na palabas ay may temang sexual. Panoorin natin kasi nag-entice pa ng manonood dyan.
Enticing ang bawal.
Oo, di ba? Man.
Sam just reminded us we got to take a break. Sorry, Sam. All right, we take a break. When we come back, may sexual. No.
Susunod na palabas, pag bumalik ay may temang sexual.
We'll be back after this. Don't go away.
It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and them on Magic 89.9.
Today's show breezing right by. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us wherever you are, wherever you're going. We appreciate it so much. That is Sam and Amara in studio.
Hello.
Of course, Alex and myself out of studio, but we're all together till 9 o'clock. And again, hope you guys are having a great morning with us. Sam, I'm just so tickled that you have company now in the studio with you, because I know I keep bringing it up that you probably get lonely in there because there's so many people on the show, but you don't actually ever really see them. So now that you and Mara are kind of interacting, your face looks different. You're like more energetic and all of that.
Thank you. And she said the most darling thing. She wants to learn how to work the board.
Because...
Hey, relax.
Hello! Because I was just asking her, what happens if she wants to take a vacation or she's sick? So basically, you can't do the show or somebody else has to come in. I didn't know that it's dependent on Sam.
No, someone has to be here. Not necessarily me, but someone has to work the board. for us
or else we can't have a show.
Yeah.
I didn't know
It could
that.
be anyone. It could be you.
You want to learn?
If you
You want to learn?
So that's why I said, okay, teach me.
Yeah.
Because what if she wants to have a vacation or she's sick?
You're so thoughtful. Yes.
What are you acting like you're on the show though? Like that's what I don't get. Like, did you just hire yourself, or what happened?
It's a book of yes
It'd be
for
nice
me.
if somebody told me.
I love it. Love it.
No, please learn it. No,
Yes.
Mara, of course, please learn it. I'm just messing with you, but if we take the four of us, and who do you think's the most honest of the four in terms of like being able to critique? Because when you sit on the board, there's going to have to be critiquing, Mara. Like, oh, you got to do this properly. You got to be quicker. You got to be cleaner. You got to be there's standards, right? To be able to do this, especially for this show where our standards are very high. But if we were critiquing, like just generally being able to tell the truth, who do you think from the four of us is most capable of that? Huh?
You're very honest.
No.
Yeah, you are. You've always told me my voice was annoying. You've always
my
said,
gosh, you told her that?
Yeah.
I don't remember saying that. Did I say that?
See,
What?
2016. That was my first, second episode.
Am I wrong?
You told her. You're one to talk. Wow. Really?
What do you mean I'm one to talk? What does that mean?
No, because your voice is high pitched. So
why don't you just say it? Just say it. Why am I one to talk? Because I have an annoying voice.
Kaya nga. And then you told her.
No, just say it. I said it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nagbukas ka ng topic mo. Pwede naman tayo mag-move on na lang. From depressing to fighting tayo. Hindi maganda magkasunod dyan.
Not a fan of that laugh either.
Topic.
Honestly, of the four of us, Mara, I think you're wrong. I think that belongs to Sam. I think Sam is the most honest. Oh yeah. You're the one that can have the tough talk. Like if one of us were screwing up, I would actually filter it through you and you accept it. Like remember back in the Nico days when I'm like, I can't tell him, and you're like, I'll do it. Like you're better at it than I am.
Which was so weird to me because I think that's the reaction that Mara is having to you as well, saying, you know, I am not the honest person, but right? Like his persona is so like.
You're diplomatic. I think you're very diplomatic. I think Mo doesn't have the filter. And that's why you're honest.
No. Mara, you've never met me. That's the problem. You only meet me, only know me in this context. You've never actually met me. And you and I really don't talk outside. I mean, I've spoken to you once a couple of weeks ago, and I'm sure it sounded like a different person than what you interact with on the radio. But Sam is very consistent. So I think Sam is the one that can have the tough talk of the four of us. And you know what? Maybe Alex might even be in second place.
I think Alex is very honest. Yes.
Yeah. I think the hierarchy would be Sam, Alex, myself, and Mara clearly bringing up the rear.
Hindi ako honest ha, para kayong tanga. Para kayong mga tanga. Hindi ako honest.
So you're sinungaling.
Yeah, I'll prove it to you. Mara, are you currently lying to somebody in order to not hurt their feelings?
Currently.
Okay, maybe not even currently. Let me rephrase. What's the last lie you told somebody? You don't have to name them, so you can be honest here. What's the last lie you told somebody so they don't get their feelings hurt?
I would always say the truth, but I would say it in different ways.
Okay, but can you identify specifically?
I don't remember
a lie that you. Okay, remember when we talked about this, Sam, at Lex a few months ago when Karil's first week here? I can't tell you kung may tinga ka. I cannot tell you if your breath is bad. I cannot tell you kung nakabukas yung zipper mo. I can't do that because I don't want to hurt your feelings.
I would, because they're gonna be embarrassed. People are gonna see them with open zipper.
Yeah. But I cannot do it because I can't hurt somebody's feelings. This is in person, okay? This is not the radio. On the radio, if I saw me tingak, I'm like, what the hell is that on your face?
I know.
But
so you have two different personalities.
I have two completely different personalities. In person, I would not be able to tell you. You could have legit kulangot dangling like one of those one of those pendulum looking things. And I couldn't tell you because I don't hurt your feelings. But so I might be last place then here on the four of us.
Yeah, it looks
Alex,
like
Alex, do you recall what's the last lie you told somebody to not hurt their feelings?
Sa wife ko.
Ano nangyari?
Sabi niya,
And by the way,
sabi ko, tumataba na raw siya. Sabi ko,
Ano?
tumataba na raw ba siya?
Oh, classic.
No, but she is reducing right now. I mean, she is actively
nagda-diet ba siya?
Oo, yun. So, yun. Sabi ko, kailangan pa natin mag-exercise. Sabi ko, gano'n.
Sometimes I can't tell if Alex is joking or something.
Hindi, totoo yun.
The premise is a great...
Ang pinakamahirap sa pag magtanong yung wife mo. Tapos, di ba, nasa losing weight siya. So, mahirap, di ba? Kasi,
How did she take it when you said, parang kailangan pang mag-exercise?
Beto, nasa second floor ako ngayon.
Would she want to go with me? I will pick her up.
Hindi naman, okay naman. Okay pa. Ano yan? Kasi it takes time. Parang ganun.
Wow,
pero
that's a hard. Yes, I could not do that. I wouldn't be able to do that. Where I would say, "Hey, you know what? I would lie too. In fact, I would probably no." Yan yung type ko.
Naglay nga ako, di ba? Sabi ko hindi naman. Pero siyempre, siya naman nakakaalam. Minsan, gusto lang maganap ng away, kaya siya nagtatanong.
Gusto maganap ng away.
Di ba gano'n yung babae pag nakaka-boring yung araw na to. Tanungin ko ang asawa ko kung pumapayatak. Diba? Siyempre, anong gagawin mo kung ang tamang sagot sa Ewan ko ba?
Well, let me ask the callers. Let me ask the people listening to the show. Playback.tv/goodtimes or 863108999. Honestly, what's the last lie you told so you don't hurt somebody's feelings? I want to know how rangy this is. Because is there somebody out there worse than me? I don't know. Again, give us your example. Sam, you still don't have one yet? You still don't have an example of when you lied?
Let me marinate.
Yeah. Well, look at it. Speaking of marinate, Gary says, masarap yung luto ng kahit sobrang alat. Have you ever done that? Where you lied to somebody? Because we'll take our first call. 863108999. Good morning.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Can you speak up a little bit because you're on speakerphone and I am almost tired of telling everybody to stop it. So just at least speak louder. Okay?
That's honesty.
Yeah. You'll never hear me say that in her life. What's the last lie you told to not hurt someone's feelings? Hello?
Yep. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead with your answer. God damn it.
Okay, so, last lie that I told?
Yeah, not hurt someone's feelings. The actual topic we've been talking about for 7 minutes now. Have a good day, love. Thanks, bye. That's a lie I just told, not to hurt someone's feelings. Have a good day. I want her to have a rotten day. But I just lied. Yeah, I threw love in there for...
You can see mo sa personal. Sa radio lang yan. I'm telling you, man.
Let's take another call. 863108999. Good morning, asshole. Who's this?
Hey, good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
Yes, this is Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Yeah, well, I'm a manager for this firm and we had this probationary employee na medyo sabaw eh. Pero during the deliberation, I told her na okay siya, maganda yung, okay naman yung performance niya, maganda naman yung attendance niya, though may mga tardiness siya. Pero hindi ko siya na-regular.
So... That's wrong, right? I mean, you didn't hire her, but you told her she was doing good.
Yeah, but at that moment kasi parang naawa rin ako because she's a single mom and hindi ko lang alam kung paano ko i-breakdown sa kanya na hindi ko siya i-regular.
Listen, I understand the energy behind it. I do. But man, that was poor. That was foul because as a single, again, I'm only throwing the negative here and I'm just so negative these days. I apologize. But what if she was like, talking to her child going, alam mo, makakaroon ng trabaho na nanay mo. We can do this, we can do that because my boss thinks I'm great. Boom! And then you hit her.
I just didn't think that far enough that time. So, yeah.
Okay. Have an awful day, sir. Thanks for the call.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
Matindi, no?
I think he should have said, there are ways to tell the truth and still sugarcoat it and not have it. There's diplomatic ways of saying the truth.
Paano yun, Mara, pag halimbawa ikaw, yung boss ko, tapos sasabihan mo ako?
What I would normally do is I would butter you up. I would sandwich it. With
well, you're
something
touring na. You're touring.
Parang ganun ba? 7 years ago. Ngayon lang ako nakapag sa sentence na puro pagkain yung ginawang analogy. I will butter you. Sandwich.
Yeah, pero totoo. Like I would tell you what you're doing great. I would tell you what you need to work on, and I would tell you the possibility if you work on it.
Yeah, and I think it's a really good way to go about it. Start with the positives and then look for areas of improvement. I think it's excellent balance. Let's take another call here. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. By the way, for all the people who are calling and you guys are not on, we'll just go one by one here. Sorry about that. Go ahead, keep calling. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Sorry. Before I tell my lie, I just want to say, skill issue ng manager yung call kanina. Parang, that's not lying, that's blindsiding the person, diba? Parang, if the person is not, you know.
Hold on. We all know it was wrong. However, I understand why he did it. He's just cannot give that level of negative criticism. So I don't blame him. I think it's foul. But I get the motive, is what I'm saying. I don't
think sample niya. Napag-usapan natin. Yun ang purpose.
Exactly. I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think he's a bad guy. It's just poorly executed. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. It's cruel, but yeah, I get your point. But anyway, I think sa akin yung luto ng air mats ng misis ko. So nagluto dati, tapos parang hindi talaga masarap. Tapos parang napansin ng wife ko, girlfriend ko pa siya nun, but she noticed na unti lang yung kinuha ko. Tapos parang sabi ko lang, no, busog lang ako, ganyan. Pero in essence, hindi ko talaga nagustuhan yung lasa kasi parang sinabawang manok lang yung niluto. Parang tinubigang manok lang. But yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, let me ask you, excellent example. Thanks for the call, appreciate it. Sam,
yes.
This is universal, right?
Yeah.
You're getting a small amount and someone says, hindi, busog lang ako. Do not believe them.
Oh, you think every time you hear this line, this is a lie?
Every time you hear this line, this is a lie. Because you knew you were going there for dinner. You know that you're going to be with your in-laws. And at that time, by the way, girlfriend, yeah. So the more you have to kind of give a positive impression.
And the thing is,
yeah, no. So when you hear this line, if you've cooked and you hear the line, ay hindi, busog lang ako, okay lang, salamat, konti lang. That means what you made was not very good.
Yeah. And you know how when something is really, really good, your stomach just now becomes a bottomless pit.
Exactly.
You are going to stuff your face with that.
Plus, you also know it leaves a positive impression with these people. Like if you eat more, it's a compliment.
Yeah.
Even if you're trying to reduce, even kung busog ka, you force yourself because A, well, as Sam said, it's good. But B, it's a compliment.
Okay, so now that everyone knows that this is a lie, how should we revise it then? What do we say?
No. Oh, you mean revise the lie?
Yeah. What do we say?
I mean, okay, now there's what I would do.
Oh, what?
Remember, I'm not capable of insulting. Either I tell them I'm vegetarian and I have to run with that for my whole life. Or you just do it.
Agree ako mo dun sa pag-alis ko.
Or you say, naka-intermittent fasting ka, it's uso ngayon.
No.
Agree ako dun kay Mo. Kasi pa ikaw kahit busog ka, pag masarap yung pagkain, na ano niya yun nawawala yung, ang sarap nito, kakain ka pa rin.
Alex, I said that.
Oh, nagsiya lang ako kasi.
No, you were so particular about getting credit earlier for what you did.
Sorry. Umihi kasi ako. Umihi lang ako kasi, italay, tumaya ko.
No.
Please give Secretary of Defense credit.
Ano ba?
Sorry. Wala kasi ako lumabas. I'm sorry, Sam. Sa'yo yun, Sam.
Yeah.
Sa'yo yun, sorry. Ay, pero we think alike. You're my rock. I told you.
Let's take another call here. 863-10899. You know, it goes back to the one I say all the time. When a girl has bad makeup on, what do we say? You look better without makeup. You're prettier with less.
Oh,
that's really,
wow.
That's not true. Makeup obviously is an enhancement. It is.
I'm still not 100% convinced with that, but let's get to it later. Okay. Hi.
Morning.
Hello, this is Gino. So, siguro yung lie is sa brother ko. So, kasi, actually, bumonus kasi siya. So, may utang siya sa akin. But, he really wants to buy a new car para sa family niya. Pero, nung kinonsult niya ako about, actually, kasama niya na ako doon sa showroom. Parang sinasabi ko, hindi mo naman kailangan mo lang sa ibang bagay. Pero I really want directly to tell him na bayaran mo na ako, ganun, may pera ka na parang ganun. Pero, yun nga, hindi ko masabi sa kanya kasi I don't want to hurt his feelings na nandun kami sa showroom or na, syempre, mapapaya siya doon sa agent or ano. So, yun. Hanggang hindi pa rin niya binayaran na, pero, ayun.
Yeah. I think maybe adopting Alex's philosophy on giving money to siblings, right? Alex, it's like, halimbawa, how much did he owe you?
Actually, nasa 1M. Yung iniram niya.
Yeah. No, Alex's philosophy on lending money is not this.
Not that. That's scam na yan. Na-scam ka namang hindi ka malamang hindi ka tunay na anak pa.
All right. Wow. Okay, yeah. And he's buying a car with that. Okay, that's rough times. You're a good brother, man. You're a good brother.
Yeah, good brother.
Thanks for the call. You're never going to see that 1M again.
Paano niya sisingilin yun?
Well, as Mo
nanay
said.
mo, yari ka pag nagkautang sa'yo. Sinisingil mo ako? Dinala kita ng 9 na buwan sa tiyan ko. Nung maliit ka, pinakain kita. Tapos sisingilin mo ako. Ikaw singilin ko. Bandang huli, ikaw pa may utang. Huwag ka mag-uutang sa kapatid. Sasakit ako. Mahirap mag-iwasan sa reunion.
GPTCW Alex says, ask Karel how not to get your money back.
Why? What happened?
Something happened last week.
Uy, clarify naman niya yun. She got paid naman.
Yeah, it's matagal. Yung sanabi, guys, kasi after the show, so
that's the longest.
Mara, it's a little inside joke. Just bear with us. I will apologize. It's a sensitive topic.
Okay.
So we made fun of her a little bit about how she was owed money from a certain love interest, and we made fun of it and all that stuff. And then at the end of the show, she messages us on WhatsApp. She goes, guys, sinabi ko naman nabayaran, di ba? Clear naman yun, di ba? On air, na clear. Matagal lang. Shoot me. Anyway.
What were we talking about?
Lies. The lies.
That's my samo.
Yeah. No, the makeup thing. So like Mo, and I think Alex, you agree also. Their thing is when a guy tells you now that you look better without makeup, it really means the way you put makeup, it's pangit.
Yes.
Oh, yun.
That's exactly true.
Oh, yun other ano yun. Oo.
Because I thought it was like more like a pickup line. Nah.
No.
But some people do look better without makeup. Oo nga, tama. Kasi too much, hindi mo type yung makeup. Now it makes sense.
Makeup is an enhancement. It's just when you start over enhancing, you actually, that's the thing with makeup, guys. Girls, this is the thing with makeup. And again, I'm not an artist or anything, but let me just tell you as a person who is attracted to women, you can go from fresh face and putting just a little bit and look amazing. You can do a full thing if you're great at it and it'll look amazing. Or you can mess up and age yourself by 15 years. And that's the problem, is when it's too much, you age by a decade. And that's what we're saying. We're like, oh no, you look better without makeup. We're meaning remove it. And every time I've said this line, you know what the answer is?
What?
They put more makeup.
What?
Yeah.
Mas gusto ko yung kaysa sa maganda kapag naka-makeup.
Oh, naman.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Diba? Mas okay naman. Ibig sabihin, huwag ka na mag-alangkan lang makeup.
I guess I'm just more impressed that you guys know the difference. Because I feel like most times, guys are just oblivious to the whole makeup thing.
No, we don't care about makeup.
Pagka naka-eyelash extension kayo, eyelash extension kayo na gano'n, alam namin yan. We don't
care about makeup. I don't even know what they're called. I don't know the brands. I don't know what type. I don't know the difference between blush and powder and mascara, and I don't know what any of those mean.
Oh.
I know what pangit looks like though.
I know sa amin Mara, wala kayong makeup.
Yeah, I didn't even shower before coming here.
Sa mo, yan ang mga natural beauty.
There's no time.
Sam, do we owe a break? We owe a break.
Yes, we do.
Kahit maligo ka ng maaga, magpangit ka. Grabe to
What? Who said that? Did you see that, Mara?
Wala si Po lang. Naisip ko wala sa isip. But I know, pangit.
Oh, si
Kahit
Mo.
maligo.
I don't know concealer. I don't know this. I know pangit. Okay, we'll take a break. When we come back, we have more of the show. Don't go away.
It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and them on Magic 89.9.
It's Billy at 8:47 on this Wednesday morning. Alex, where can people see you in the short term and the long term, brother?
Sa Friday, makita tayo dyan sa Berjaya Hotel sa DASA 27. That's 8 p.m. Then tatakbo ako sa Neon same night at 10 p.m. dyan sa QC. And then Saturday, sa new venue namin sa 225 Bistro dyan sa Diliman QC. All details, alexcalia.com and thecomedycrew.com. And see you dyan sa Singapore, July 28, Sota Concert Hall, ticketmaster.sg. Thank
Sounds
you.
Good.
And Punchline with Alex Calleja, Rob Ginto ang guest ko. So please watch it.
Oh, wow, she's cute. Mara, we do have people in Saudi, I guess, listening and streaming. But are there tickets that they have to buy to that event, or is that a free event that this Big Dance tournament you're hosting on next week?
I actually don't even know. I just know it's in Riyadh Boulevard. I don't know what the tickets are. It's basically all esports, like in that strip, everything from Dota, Wild Rift, and one of them is Mobile Legends.
Love it. Sweet. And that's starting when? Next week?
I'm going to fly on the 30th and we start rehearsal 1, 2, 3. July 3rd to July 14.
Okay. Yeah. TNL here says, is Mara Aquino into what field po? She is into esports, and the biggest tournaments for ML around the world. Mara's face is right there in center. I mean, I see the posters. You're like, it's like you and then all of these other like elite players in the world kind of surrounding you. It's like, it's almost like the Mara show. It's kind of crazy. Yeah.
For Mobile Legends. That's why I'm so happy that, because when you're hosting, you're also representing your country, right? Because you have all the teams. And then I'm just so glad that we're the champion for everything. Tapos, they normally make me the main host. So I'm really
so
happy.
Proud that you're also the host and that you're Pinoy and like, wow, it's like full on represent.
Yeah. May event, the first world championship, I was happy I got to say at the end, Pinas lang malakas.
Yo.
It's not part of the script, but I said it.
Things like that.
You say it in Tagalog so nobody understands. It's
our hashtag, Pinas lang malakas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. No. Okay, outside of Mobile Legends though, do you know of any of the other games that Filipinos rule the world in? And this is an ignorance question because we might be like the absolute top of the top dream team in Dota, in this and that, but I honestly don't know. So outside of ML, anybody else out there, are we the top in other games?
I'm actually not sure. It's really bad. I'm not sure. I just know I'm mobile.
No, I mean, you're the ML girl, so I mean, maybe you don't, but I mean, maybe others on the chat room know that. No, guys, Philippines, no, we're the best. Dota, we're the best Counter-Strike. I don't know if that's the same thing. Things like that. We're the best 2K. I don't know. Thank you. I don't know. Maybe we're just ML. Sam, anything you want to throw out there before we say goodbye here?
I want to say hi to my derma actually. Si Doc Candy, who used to be a caller.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I get to see her regularly. She doesn't get to call us anymore because she's done dropping off her kids at school. She's done with that life. But maybe around this time, she's on her way to the office. Si Doc Candy Noche Apacible, who you can see over at Cardinal Santos. She is a general cosmetic and pediatric dermatologist, and she knows her stuff. So I feel very...
I think I need to call Doc Candy about this cyst I have on my foot that I keep trying to remove by myself, which I will remove again today.
Is that how you want to have your first encounter with Doc Candy? Is a cyst on your foot?
Not.
Yeah.
But I've been performing self-surgery now for 2 months on my foot, and it's driving me nuts.
Although I'm sure she'd be thrilled to hear from you. If you guys want to get in touch with her, at Doc Candy MNA on Instagram. You should message her. What?
Yeah. I know. I need to like FaceTime her. Like, okay, can I remove scalpel, please? And then just.
Oh, well, she'd be so kilig.
Oh, okay. We'll do that. Cool. All right.
For the cyst. There's more for the foot cyst. Oh my gosh.
I think I think we're good today. So, Sam, do you want to take us out on the song? And we'll see everybody tomorrow, again, 6 a.m. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget, download that playback.tv app. Search for us. Just put Good Times. Hit join room. It's kind of the same thing as subscribing to like a YouTube channel. And you'll get your notifications when we start tomorrow at 6 a.m. Sam, Mara, what's our deal for Friday? Are we podcasting on Friday or what? We got calls lined up already.
I'm good for Friday.
Like, can we do it a little later in the day?
I will adjust for you.
We did 10:30 a.m. last time, right?
Yeah, I love it. Come on.
What can we do? Like, I don't know, 11:30? Is that too late enough for you, Mohan?
It's a little late.
What's 11:30 a.m.?
11?
11.
Diyan pa tayo nagtapos sa topic.
Okay. Yeah, 11. Thank you. Lex, Saturday morning.
Pwede na sa GC to. Pwede sa GC.
Yeah. Lex, Saturday morning. Not 11. 9:30.
9:30 kami. We do it 9:30.
Yeah, first thing in the morning.
More power.
Because I'm old. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it.
You'll die first with the country. Still in
Yes. Sequentially, I'm the first one to go. Yes.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye. Good times.